All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Ned Ghost Rider broadcast. I'm Ned Ghost Rider. Most people call me Ghost. Welcome in. It is Sunday, June 7th, 2026. Hope everybody is having a good weekend. Hope everybody enjoyed themselves. My birthday weekend continues. I'm a hero. Thank you, BiteSync. Also, Bite Six, sorry to hear that they're not going to take your case. But welcome in, everybody. I'm back. I'm live and alive. And, the Cat, congratulations on the first, Raph on the second, and yesterday's stream. Okayish on the first, Supa on the second, Kid on the third, Lemon and Tish on the participation trophy. Sorry I missed stream yesterday. I had a date. Hope you had a good baseball. Well, baseball was good yesterday. Baseball was fine yesterday. It was mostly fine today. It was good today. Like, we won both our games. We won despite my efforts. My efforts were fucking trash. My efforts were really bad. I played not good. We had 2 games. I went 1 for 5 with a strikeout. 1 for 5 with a strikeout, 3 weak ground balls, and 2 walks. And then in the field, the first game, my throws were bad. The second game, I made like 4 errors. 3 errors in the last inning. We were up by like 8. It was bad. It was not good. But Kat, I hope you had a good date. And it was so bad that like I think I'm gonna drop some money on some stuff to bring me some happiness. Because your boy is not happy with himself right now. But we'll make some content after it. We'll make some content off of it. We'll figure it out. Different date, different guy. Still had tacoed. Nice. Ice cream? What about ice cream? I do have ice cream. I will be making ice cream later. The dishwasher will be installed tomorrow morning between 7 and 7:30. So your boy's gonna have to wake the fuck up. Your boy's gonna have to wake up. Tonight I thought we'd do a little what, Nazis? Nazis like tacos? I'm kidding, Cap. I'm kidding. But tonight I thought we'd do some React content. We'll do some fun React content with good work. And then we'll do some Hogwatch. You shut up too. And then we'll do some Hogwatch with Walter Masterson. Do some Hogwatch with Walter Masterson, convincing ICE agents to get a new job. I don't know if I want to do... I have a baseball one about private equity. Private equity that I want to do. Also, chat, I shampooed. Just so y'all know. Also, I think my washer just stopped. I pooed. But chat, let me get a video up for you. Let's do a fun one from Good Work to start. Hi, Keta. Congratulations on the 3rd.
In the beginning,
And then I am eating the baked ziti, by the way, was amazing. The baked ziti last night we made was incredible. We made a homemade pasta. Actually, I should talk about this. We made homemade pasta out of an automatic homemade pasta machine. So chat, basically it sits on the counter and then you put the flour inside the machine, and then you slowly put the water and egg and oil mix in there, and then it mixes it up, and then I guess it automatically senses the consistency, and then it pushes the noodles out, and you scrape how much you want the noodles, right? So it had a penne. It had a penne setting on it. It didn't have a ziti setting. So here, I'll show you what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. And it's some thick fucking noodles. And chat, it is fucking incredible. It is so good. At Fox, congratulations on the participation trophy. It was so good. And then we actually shredded the mozzarella. Everything seems fuzzy today, Ghost. I was thinking that too. I'm glad I wasn't the only one. Maybe it's the lighting. Maybe the lighting's trash. I look better? Don't wonder why it's good. Homemade pasta is next level. Yeah. So anyway, that pasta was amazing. They also have this filter that adds extra hydrogen to the water, and the water tastes really good. Apparently it's better for like healing or something like that. So that was cool. And they have other cool stuff too. But yeah, apparently like Japanese hospitals have that extra hydrogen. But it puts more H2 into the water or something like that. And it was really good. There was something else that they had. I can't remember what it was. But the pasta thing was great. It's probably the next Christmas gift for my mom. You gave me shit for having a bottle that does that? Yeah, but the way you said it was dumb. The way you described it, Keko, it was really stupid. Two things I want to move out is a pasta maker, and the other one's a rice cooker. Yeah, so this pasta maker is literally like, it's literally automated. So it's not like a manual crank or anything like that. But apparently it's like $400 or something like that. And then you could also make a pasta that's like shelf ready. Oh, it's $270, chat. It's $270 worth it. So it's $270 for this pasta maker. It feels like it's worth it. It feels like it's worth it. So all I would have to do is make 270 pounds of pasta to make it worth it. It's probably healthier for you too. I'd imagine it's healthier for you as well. I might be completely wrong. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Chat, it's on sale. So those purchases that I was talking about making for baseball, maybe I just put it into the pasta maker. Yeah, I might jump on this. We'll see. I might be just a fucking pasta making machine. Or alternatively, what? What alternatively, kidda? Alternatively, I could save money for a house, which is probably not going to happen in the first place. Is that what you're getting to? You could give me like 45 months of subsidy Gigo. What? How would that help you? You always say buy once, cry once. Oh, no. Then I get Giga emotes? Oh. Kako, thank you for the hydrate. Oh, Kako, because you gave me the hydrate, I'm going to use the Hydra water. The hydrogen water. Also, Keko, you need to admit you did explain it very not poorly or not well. That water, I did use the water bat today. I used the water bat today, and I showed it on stream yesterday too. I do need to download that stream and put it on the VODs channel, so I will do that post stream. Oh, also, chat. California election results continue to come in, and Chakrabarty is out, unfortunately. Chakrabarty is out, unfortunately. But in the other two races, we have good news. You know how much shit you have given me? How did I explain it, Ghost? You said it puts hydrogen into the water. Like, there's already hydrogen in the water. All right, anyway, so District 11 is the one we were interested in. Scott Wiener and Connie Chang have locked in for the general election in November. And our boy, Psychot Chakrabarty, only had 16.6%, which is still pretty good. My internet is shit today. Nope, fuck California, we doing this now. So yeah, Wiener and Chan are going into the general election in November. And then in the governor's race, Tom Steyer was stuck at 19.7% for the longest time. He is now at 21.5%. And he is about 300,000 votes behind Steve Hilton with about 2.6 million votes left. Okay? So I did a quick math in my head. And if he gets 12.5% of these, that would be enough to close it. But obviously, he would need 12.5% more than Steve Hilton. And odds are, he would probably be able to beat that. But we'll see. It's called the Red Mirage, chat. Basically, Republican candidates, day of voting, look like they have the lead. And then as mail-in ballots come in, their leads go away. And then in the Los Angeles mayor's race, Nithya Raman has bypassed Spencer Pratt. Nithya Raman is now in second place by 3,000 votes, less than 3,000 votes. Sorry, over 3,000 votes. She is now at 27.1%. If this holds, she will go into the general election against Karen Bass. And chat, this is a good thing. Now, Ray Huang was a better candidate overall, but for whatever reason, it just didn't stick. But Nithya Raman is significantly more progressive than Karen Bass. Significantly more progressive. She has her faults, but she's definitely more progressive than Karen Bass. And Nithya Raman has done an excellent work in helping out homeless people in oh shit. Damn it, I didn't want to hit that. In Los Angeles. So her being able to compete against Karen Bass is a good thing in the LA mayoral race. Karen Bass sucks so much. Yeah, she's fucking horrible. So, if this holds, and then we get a good big push for Nithya in the general, this could be good things for California, because one of the things that will happen is if there's a big Republican name at the top of like the main office, then that will drive more Republicans to vote for the other races. So if Republicans get locked out after the jungle primary, which, just to remind everybody, the primary in California, everybody runs in it, and then the top 2 people go to the general election in November. In the jungle primary, if anybody gets over 50%, they just get the seat outright. So if Tom Steyer can close this gap with Steve Hilton, it could lock out the Republicans from the gubernatorial election. And Nithya Raman has already caught and surpassed Spencer Pratt, which, again, if this holds, it locks out Republicans from the LA mayoral race, which, not really shocking, because LA's fairly liberal, but apparently pretty reactionary if Spencer Pratt is getting almost 200,000 fucking votes. But chat, I know as leftists, it's really hard to have hope, but this could be the start of some good shit in California. And hopefully Steyer fucking wipes the fucking floor with Becerra in November. But we'll see. So anyway, that's the California update. So now on to the crew at Good Work, discussing... I'll just do this. What does Meta actually do now? For those that don't know Meta, thank you for the lurk, Shemin. And Raph, thank you for the lurk as well. Have a lovely stream. Thank you. For those that don't know Meta, that is the new Facebook. So Meta is Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and all of that stuff. So time to find out what Meta actually does. Comments under Karen Bass's recent speech video is amazing. Yeah, so another reason that, like, there's that many votes for Spencer Pratt is likely because everybody hates Karen Bass. So, anyway, chat, here we go.
In the beginning, there was nothing. Then, there was Facebook, a sparky social media startup determined to connect us, led by an ambitious Caesar-cut Caucasian. But then Facebook announced a big change with this video of a ghost chasing you around an empty haunted tech office.
I believe the metaverse is the next chapter for the internet. So I've been thinking a lot about what this means for our company and who we are. Together, we can finally put people at the center of our technology and deliver an experience where we are present with each other. I am proud to announce that starting today, our company is now Meta.
I will accept.
I'm sorry, what? You're going to put... Oh my God, it's Hogwatch. I just saw the stream title. Wow, Keko actually reads the stream title, chat. Hi, Gold. He said, we're going to center people here at Meta. Bro, the only reason you make money is because of people. Because you siphon off other people. You're fucking parasite.
No more mealy-mouthed word shenanigans from this animatronic boy man. This was all, somehow, 4 years ago. Now, Meta is a multi-pronged corporate behemoth. Mark dresses like a 19-year-old Xanax dealer, and I remain clueless as to what this company actually does. But today, I'm gonna change that. It may be hard to remember, but Facebook started as just a simple social media site, a digital sanctuary of sorts where millennials could poke each other raw. But within a few years, we found out that everyone on Earth really fucking loves this shit. Facebook became home to over 1 billion users a day and went on to acquire companies like Instagram and WhatsApp. This growth, however, set the stage for an embattled PR stretch that included the fallout from an alleged spreading of so-called fake news during the 2016 election, revelations that Facebook had become a platform for Russian espionage, and the Cambridge Analytica scandal, in which the British political consulting company secretly harvested data on a whole bunch of Facebook users. All of which inspired Mark Zuckerberg to close ranks and amass more and more unchecked power within the company. But if 2016 to 2021 was an embattled stretch for the artist formerly known as Facebook, then 2021 to now has been perhaps even more battled. This concept of Meta's metaverse never really caught on the way they thought it would, and soon its operations were bleeding cash like the money monster.
Bro, we don't want to interact with people in real life. Why do you think we want to interact with people virtually? I know there's VR stuff, VR chat rooms and stuff, but like, I didn't think VR was that popular.
When you stab it, leading Meta to effectively shutter this iteration of their metaverse efforts at a near $80 billion loss, which would be a lot if the company didn't already make over $200 billion a year. Enough money to empower Zuckerberg's new aggressive investments into artificial intelligence, or in two letters, AI. Meta's AI push has mostly been defined by hiring top engineers.
Chat, how much better? Yes, it is Ghost, like Jesus. Yeah, but I'm saying for the normies. Like the metaverse is like VR for normies. Normies think VR chat is weird. Right? Like, so finishing what I was saying, could you imagine how much easier your life would be if you had $80 billion? Nah, metaverse never even got close to VR chat. That's what I'm saying, Kako. Amaya, welcome in. Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you.
Is this Sue? I'm assuming your game function will always return. Or if not, we're toast. Albert? That's an actual name? I didn't even know.
That's a great name. That's a name I'm going to name my child someday. But anyway, welcome in, Raiders. For those that don't know, I'm a Net Ghost Rider. Most people call me Ghost. I'm a variety gamer. I play a bunch of different games. Also do react content to YouTube videos as well as news and politics and current events. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. We are currently watching Good Work, describing what does Meta actually do now. I forgot to put it in the chat. My bad. But we're doing react content today after wrapping up my birthday weekend. And yeah. Donkey, true. What does Meta actually make? Exactly. That's what we're finding out. We found out that Meta lit $80 billion on fire to make the metaverse. Happy birthday. Also, happy Gemini season. Thank you, Amaya. I am old as fuck, though. Albert, you know, if you change one of the letters and then add another one, it is the best name in the world. Sure, Keko. Metaverse wasn't even Meta's creation. It was Hoyoverse. Zuck just renamed the company to try to make it seem like they did. Oh, really? Would he buy it from him? Egbert. Mm-hmm. It's open source. Oh my God. He literally stole open source shit from them? That's so fucked up. That's so fucked.
With splashy NBA All-Star salaries and, more recently, unveiling a new model to relatively positive reception. This is happening concurrently with a broader cultural reckoning against big tech, with Meta and another website recently losing a landmark court case in which a jury ruled they knowingly designed features that were addictive and harmful for a young user. So overall, Facebook's transformation into Meta has brought us a long way. The point-and-click social media site is now a corporate behemoth gunning on AI and printing out smart glasses, which have built-in perv cameras and might also one day have facial recognition technology, despite the fact that Meta has been fined in the past for violating user privacy. Dan, what was the purpose of the rebrand? Was it to try and separate themselves from the pretty damaged name that Facebook was building?
I think that was part of it, although they'll say that wasn't it at all. I actually do buy their explanation that at the time, you know,
He made content for open source system. Isn't Hoyoverse an anime gacha game? I don't know.
Facebook had done some big acquisitions. So they had Instagram, they had WhatsApp, they had Oculus. If you have all these things, it starts to become confusing, like Instagram brought to you by Facebook, right? And so it was to have this holding company thing. And you could look to like what Google did with Alphabet. It was a similar thing where it was becoming very sprawling and there were all these new bets and new companies. And you know, you don't want to have like Waymo brought to you by Google, right?
Alex Heath is an independent tech reporter who writes the newsletter Sources. What does Meta actually do?
From a business perspective?
From a business perspective, yeah.
It sells your attention. That's it.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah. How they make money is selling attention. Should
Okay.
have been more specific. And then Meta's attention is definitely less focused.
Alex Heath was undeniably qualified, but he was also being undeniably sassy to me as a guest on my very own show.
How they make money is selling attention. Should
Okay.
have been more specific.
Alphabet is so stupid. Well, I mean, it's like they explain. Google acquired a bunch of them. Google acquired a bunch of companies and stuff, so they needed to put an umbrella over everything. So they created Alphabet. Make Genshin Impact and Wuthering Waves and another I can't remember the name. Waymo by Google is so much more easy to understand. Does it say Waymo by Alphabet? Honkai Star Rail. Google is right an umbrella. I felt like nobody thinks of Google as purely a search engine. Correct. But they had to, I don't remember the exact details of it. But basically they had diversified so much that they needed an overarching like company. Google is the people that own Chrome, Drive, Sheets, Docs, etc. Yes. But Alphabet owns like a bunch of other shit too. Hoyoverse made Honkai Star Rail, Genshin, Honkai Impact. I'm sure there are some BS loopholes they wanted to adhere to or something. Yeah, I think there's probably fucking tax. There's probably tax loopholes stuff. Nice to Google to do the gritty work, consolidating companies for when the revolution happens, they get nationalized. I would never say that. I'm shaking my head. No. I'm shaking it. No. Definitely. And definitely that's not what would be cool to happen. Google doing the proletariat's work. Yeah. I guess back in the day, people used to say that about Walmart. They'd be like, oh, Walmart's just taking up everybody. And, you know, when we just nationalize Walmart, it's just going to make everything easier. You could do the same thing with Amazon. Let Amazon take everything over and then, boom, nationalize it.
Should have been more specific.
Completely disrespectful. So I found myself another also qualified reporter who's been covering Meta for a super long time and asked him the same question, hoping
Sanjay said he wanted his CEO to have full control of their own companies and funding. Yeah, that makes sense.
he'd be nicer to me.
Wait, I'm sorry. What was that Google search? Journalists that aren't fucking assholes and making me look like a dumb piece of shit on my fucking hit fucking show also aren't named Alex fucking Heath or whatever the fuck it is. I know I got his name right. I can't stop thinking about him. Fuck.
What does Meta
actually... Keep missing one of my messages every time. Fuck. Oh. They want to move away from being known as a search engine company, so they separated all the companies into smaller companies. It made all director CEOs, and made Alphabet to be the parent company. Thank you. I love his channel so much. I do as well, which is why we might watch multiple videos from it tonight. I don't like doing that, but we might do that.
Do.
I mean, I think that's a really good question.
That's how you treat Daddy Danny. This mustachioed rock and roller right here isn't just a great guy to fist some IPAs and argue about the best 2000s post-hardcore bands with. Nope, Mike Isaac is also the New York Times Silicon Valley correspondent.
I would still say at the end of the day, this is a company powered by Facebook, the app, Instagram, the app, Those are far and away just their money machines. They have WhatsApp. They have a hardware business where they make VR headsets. They have a hardware business where they make Ray-Ban camera glasses. And God, they have Threads, which is like, which is a Twitter clone. So they're doing a lot of stuff, and yet their name is basically after this one specific thing, their rebrand from a few years ago, that is still kind of, TBD on whether it still exists, is what I'd say.
From my perspective, as the normie consumer, it seems like Meta's pretty much just walked back on the whole, at least investment in the metaverse. I mean, how much of that is true?
I think it's totally fair to say it's on life support. They also keep saying, though, we're still doing it. We're still building.
Not when he says words.
They would argue, and there's some sort of philosophical debate around what the metaverse is, mixing a bunch of different realities at once. That's what I think the traditional metaverse is. What Meta did was kind of make it into metaverse equals VR, right? These headsets that we think everyone is going to use. Turns out no one used them, or at least very few, compared to the almost, $80 billion cumulatively across a bunch of different projects that they spent doing this. And they're really scaling back those efforts now.
I'm about to spit 6 letters at you, and it's very important that you remember them. Ahrefs. Ahrefs. Ahrefs is the complete marketing intelligence platform that your company or your
ethical reacts
to be discovered in today's digital landscape. It
Ethical
helps you
reacts.
stay visible.
Happened to be very involved in Niantic at the time, so I know all about the split. Niantic chose to not move under the Alphabet umbrella. How do I know Niantic? Pokemon Go, of fucking course. I did not experience Pokemon Go. Keko, did you experience Pokemon Go?
Across search engines, AI assistants, and the broader web. But let's be honest, this complicated stuff is a little over my head. Which is why I called in a wicked smack colleague of mine at Morning Brew to tell you more about why he loves Ahrefs. Lance, talk to me. How do you use Ahrefs in your day?
So as SEO being a huge part of my job, we actually switched to Ahrefs from because it was vastly letting us down in the technical SEO area. So monitoring things and improving things like page speed, site organization, all that good stuff. I have direct numbers showing how that's helped all of our franchises across the board improve, not in just traffic, site health, but it's really helped improve our internal workflow and how we address technical SEO issues as well.
Now, would you recommend this to other people?
Yes.
I mean, enough said. What more do you need to hear? Not a lot. Right now, you can go to ahrefs.com/free.
I heard my name.
and
Keko,
start
did you
analyzing
experience
and
Pokemon
improving
Go?
Your marketing, no
I played
trial,
Ingress for
just
13
free
years.
tools you
Yeah,
can rely
that's
on.
how I was telling me about that at TwitchCon.
Ahrefs.com/free. Ahrefs, thanks for sponsoring this video. To the rest of you, get like Lance and check them out. Though Meta's stable core of apps, which it calls its family of apps, may be how it makes its money, like any good ambitious father, Meta has turned its back on its family in pursuit of hotter, younger business opportunities. At one point, this meant pivoting into the metaverse. But now, we don't care about that shit. Now, it's all about AI, baby. Whatever that may mean.
The wilderness that they're kind of lost in right now is what their AI moves are going to be, and the rest of the industry has really taken off on AI, and they've made fits and starts.
I'm gonna lurk and take a shower, but I hope you have a wonderful stream. Thank you so much, Amayim. Thank you for the raid, and thank you for the lurk. I hope you have a good shower. Cubs going up against the Rockies next. Maybe this is what we need to win our first series in like a month, or maybe you get swept by the Rockies. That might happen. Also, I would end it. I was about to say, gold is on the edge right now that the Indiana Bears exist.
On getting ahead and then falling behind. But it's still trying to make the case for what do you want Meta to be and what is its AI strategy going to be is still pretty hard to talk through. And for someone as dumb as yourself, it's especially hard to understand, basically.
At this point, I was fed up with talking to bespectacled hoity-toity reporty journalist fucks who think they're better than me. So I found some current and former Meta employees that I'm better than and invited them inside the swirling vortex of the Good Work Anonymous reporting portal. What
I just found out I'm older than Emma Vigeland. Well, if you're older than her, then I'm older than her. But also, if you're older than her, Keko, and she's as successful as she is at shitting on conservatives, the fuck are you doing? Last series we won was the Padres on April 9th, and the Phillies swept the Padres all season, so no biggie.
does Meta actually do?
Oh my god. I guess the classic party line is that we optimize our products to maximize our revenue. But basically we're an ad engine. We have pretty much an oligopoly of people's attention and use that to sell ads.
If you think about what you do day to day on Instagram, post photos of food you like to eat, things you like to do, friends you've made. All of this is a move of collecting information so as to better target ads.
See, that's not true. I post all of those things in order to connect with people.
That's a pretty consumer perspective way of giving all of this information that you're freely providing. But when you're posting that photo, what happens behind the scenes is that
Yeah, no, just go ahead and give me an existential crisis ghost. You're welcome. That's a great party line. Always works at the parties. Yeah, that's why I do it, to motivate people. Gold. I do it to motivate people.
we use machine learning algorithms to tag things that they might see in the photo, and it correlates this with other things that you might be more likely interested in.
I work on like the meta AI classes. I don't think people know that like when you
Dude, she's only 38. She went to Lafayette? Damn, I didn't know that. My coolant looks like nasty oil. It's goopy. Sounds like a head gasket. I didn't know she went to Lafayette. That's cool. Flush it ASAP.
say like, hey Meta, all the workers can see her. So like I was with her like some very strange like user interactions where like I basically have to like grade the interactions and see like is it like a pass or a lot, because it used to be like a purely a human job just like to look at every interaction, like the sample the interactions. But now with that wicked AI agent that like does it for us, and so like I'm looking at like what the AI agent have to say about it and seeing it about to correct a lot to see if me don't make any changes. Does that make sense?
Does that make sense? Why do people keep thinking I'm some kind of dummy? I'm not. I have a brain and it feels hurt sometimes. Folks, in my conversations with this anonymous squad of Meta Mafia, two things became clear. Everyone more
Chat, do you think he films by himself with a tripod in the city? I guess New York, they probably don't look at him weird. Because it's just like a normal day. Taking it tomorrow. I was going to top it off today and then saw it. It was nasty as shit. Also, check your oil to see if there's coolant in there. Get an oil change tomorrow. There's coolant in both. My guess is head gasket. If it's only in the coolant, maybe something else. Still really bad because coolant is very pressurized. Will Vaseline be able to handle this? You have an oil cooler. I mean, they'll probably notice it. I'd imagine they'll notice it. They'll notice if there's a problem if you're going to oil change.
or less understood. And despite all of the recent noise, the way the company makes the vast majority of their money is by selling ads. Which, if you recall, is exactly what these assholes said earlier.
That's hilarious.
They also explained to
that is so fucking funny. Oh my God. The kid in the sports uniform getting out of the car, eyeing him up and down, and just walking by him. I just answered my question. That just answered my question. It's a normal New York thing. They will be able to run a compression test and stuff. They won't be able to fix it. Will they be able to fit this in a lunch break? We'll be able to diagnose it. I'm 4 hours from home. Oof. Oof. It's really bad. I'm not gonna lie. Oh God. Kid, is this the truck? Like engine about to blow up bad? Oh my God. What? Jesus Christ. Rather engine already blown up. Oh my God. I have had gloopy coolant, but I don't think it was. I think it was like just a little gloopier than the normal antifreeze. High poosh. When I have a car trouble, the first place I go for answers is ghost chats. Well, Kidda knew that Gold was going to be in here. Fuck Google. Kidda knew that Gold was going to be in here, and Gold knows fucking cars. Kidda, did you notice like your engine temperature going up or anything? I was looking for Gold earlier in Becca's chat. Oh.
That in some ways, being a professional metamate does have its perks.
I like to opt
What?
this. There's like free for you.
I got food
Wait, he's calling Meta employees Metamates? God, what the fuck?
around the world a couple of times just to, you know, talk about various engineering related things. And then day to day, solving an interesting technical challenge was always kind of an easy way to nerd snipe me and make me forget about the base level of
Nerd snipe appealing to the interests of a huge fucking nerd.
boredom that, you know, exists when you're working on serving ads to people.
Ebonian puffs were very real. You know, you'd look at your Schwab account with all your meta stock that's vested, and it'd be a bid number, but then an even greater number was the unvested stock. And so sitting there looking at my Schwab account going, if I quit right now, I'm giving up a little less than $2 million in stock for the 4 years.
But at the same time,
Holy shit.
everyone also said
What is that
the
voice?
reality
I hate that. They're disguising their voice because they're current employees, Cat, of Meta. Current/former employees. I did today. That's why I went to check the coolant. Oh, I know, but I still hate it.
of working at Meta depends
Wait, do you want me? Do you want me to do that?
Because I can do that too. So you can hear the words that are coming out of my mouth, and right now I have a filter on it that changes how you hear me. So, do y'all like this? Do you want me to continue to speak like this? Or I can talk.
I can talk.
Like this. Like the words could come out of my mouth like this, if you want. It can come out of my mouth like this. Or
It can come out of my mouth like this, is what they're using. Voice disguises, for some reason, hella freak me out. Well, this is a voice disguiser. This is the voice disguiser. Oh.
Alright, I'm gonna read Gold's thing and I'm gonna read it fast in the high pitch one. There's really two main places for oil and coolant to mix. One is in the head, which would be a blown head gasket, which, if it's minor, can cause low to no damage, but require a full engine teardown and replace. And if it's bad, would ruin the block and head completely. The other option is bad oil cooler, which I believe is better, but still needs to be replaced ASAP to prevent more damage from occurring. God fucking damn it, this kind of shit always happens to me when I'm away from home. When I become a whistleblower, I want the transatlantic voice.
Can't take you seriously in that voice. 99 Tacoma. Also, chat, I need to put my plate away, and I need to see if my clothes are done, because I have to put more clothes in the washer.
a lot on the team you're on, which can be less than ideal, and sometimes even less than that.
The culture at the company. What was that?
Toxic.
What was that? Was it?
Toxic to the core.
But you just said you were working with all these smart people that you got along with. What happened?
I mean, these smart people also tend to be, you know, rational and ambitious. And Zuck, he has this philosophy of like picking teams against each other to make them compete. And then it becomes like a Lord of the Flies kind of nasty politics. Like the first month was like the honeymoon phase where you get to experience like, oh my god, they had like 30 different types of like flavors of Coca-Cola or like all these different super healthy snacks. Like their gym has like these amazing like hot yoga sessions that as you start to like get acclimated, like the expectations become obvious, and then you're just like competing, and then whoever does the most projects stays and whoever doesn't, like, you know, so everybody's like basically always constantly anxious to survive.
So the amount of like stress and fear of what's gonna happen to my job, you think you're in this like super secure, nutta amazing benefits, whatever job, and get everybody found ourselves just going, who knows, like life could be impacted.
There's during at the first round of like layouts, that's what they say. They don't say, oh, he got like laid off because he was in track dude.
What's happening inside of Meta now is that the company's push into AI appears to be combining with their already competitive culture to create a stew of bad vibes. A bourguignon of beef. Internally, Meta's in
Chat, did you see that caption? Bourguignon. Is that how you spell it? I don't know. Great. Fucking incredible caption. I need to start doing that again. I need to start doing that in my captions. Put like little Easter eggs in my captions. No idea. There's an oil cooler. Likely does have an oil cooler. Fingers crossed that's what it is. She's been running all right other than that. She's not a two-wheel drive with an auto. I don't remember.
a stew of bad vibes. A bourguignon of beef. Internally, Meta's installing software to track its employees' activities on the job, including mouse movements and keystrokes, in order to
Cars are boys, we all know that. Especially trucks, Keko.
train its AI model. This is on top of recent layoffs, while Meta continues to spend more on AI infrastructure.
I've talked to a number of colleagues who are kind of just in this like flap happy state of like, who knows? My job might be around tomorrow, it might not be. Like, it just cannot imagine working in that environment. These days, like, he's not trying to hide that this is what he's doing. It's like incredibly transparent internally. We are building AI to replace you, so keep working hard if we want to see what you do. I was in the integrity org. I think they call it trust and safety how, because, you know, that I was its own special little unicorn calling it integrity, but everyone else calls it trust and safety. My biggest focus was on sort of like the platform level detection mechanisms for like the worst of the worst stuff. And what Meta seemed to do was keep taking
Cars, tell that to Mia. Look underneath for a long rod. No, the kid knows what her truck is. But that's the drive shaft. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about, Poosh. Talking about looking underneath the car. Or are you saying looking under the engine, see if you see a long rod? Is that's like oil coolant. I don't know shit about cars, chat. I don't know anything about cars. I just know my car is currently plugged in right now. My car is like a penis I see. Yeah, my car is currently plugged in. I'm charging it.
engineers away. The number of conversations I had about like, we need this many more engineers to do this thing, I would always ask, and then it would be maybe half of what I needed. But that was not the case at all in Gen AI. They were just with like a glut of engineering over there. I had some workers go there and just be like, well, yeah, well, Gen AI have taught 47 engineers on building floppy faces that are gonna react when you send them.
Sorry.
We have to use like a certain amount of AI, like a basic orderly happening.
What?
I like the AI is like really shitty, but eventually we want us to use this about the constraints to be better.
But despite all the
my
chaos
God,
and
that's
paranoia, Meta doesn't appear to be backing down from the broader AI race it finds itself in as a tech behemoth.
Zuck's thesis here that he's told me and others is, if you believe that AI and these models are foundational technology that are going to matter for decades to come, that are going to shape power, shape who wins in technology and just society more broadly in business, you don't want to be reliant on someone else's model if you're a large company, especially if you have a lot of resources and you have the will and the ability to be at the frontier. And I think that's what he's hoping that they're going to do, is be at the frontier, because, you know, this is a thing that people talk about in Silicon Valley, especially the competitors to Anthropic and OpenAI and Google DeepMind, is, you know, will these models always be as accessible to us as they are now? You know, will there ever be a moment where someone at the frontier realizes like, well, you know, now I've created, you know, digital God, and I'm not going to give this to my competitors, and I'm going to take off on my own. If you look at the history of Facebook, right?
That's crazy. He nailed all the quotes.
A mobile app, that transition was really tough. And if you read into the headlines and the tensions, the business tensions that Facebook has had for the last 15 years, it's a lot of fighting with Apple and Google specifically.
Oh my God, I did just remember the Facebook app used to be trash. The Facebook app used to be trash. I mean, it's still trash because it's Facebook, but I do remember that now.
Control the app stores that Facebook is distributed through. And I think he views AI like, you know, the modern day app store. It's like, I'm not going to be beholden to someone else's AI in the same way that I've been beholden to Apple and Google.
You're very plugged into the tech industry. How does
I love
the
the sunglasses.
feel about Meta's direction right now?
I think everyone is very skeptical
Oh my God.
that they're going to be able to pull this AI Avengers reboot off.
Where does the skepticism come from?
Just no one's done this. No one's brought in.
Chat, those are the Oakley camera glasses that he's wearing. And he's filming from this perspective.
All these personalities from all these leading labs paid all this money, done it in such a public way with the stakes being so high because Meta's spending a shit ton in capex, right, to build all these data centers. Zuck told me it was going to be like 600 billion or something like that. It's a crazy number. That's the stakes. Is like, this is what they're spending on this makes the metaverse look like a side project.
Now, as a guy who's currently trying to sell his Playboy-themed pinball machine on Facebook Marketplace for a cheap 1,200 clams,
Keko,
let's be fair to
do
Meta
that.
for a second. Their investment into AI
Keko,
isn't just to create new
you get the
products,
Playboy
but to
pinball
uplift
machine.
their core family of apps and make them more profitable as well. And that's already working. Isn't that right, Mark Mahaney, who heads up the investment bank Evercore's internet research team?
One of the companies that's shown the best track record at the application layer of deploying AI to improve its business is Meta. The service has become, thanks to AI, it's become
you were saying
more
Wingstop?
relevant, more personalized, so it's led to greater engagement. You give an advertising company
I got grand, that's all I
like
need.
Meta, more engagement, they're going to give you more ad revenue. Their revenue growth has tripled over the last 3 years, and I think the deployment of AI to make the service more engaging for consumers, the deployment of AI to make their marketing campaigns more effective for marketers, I mean, it's just erupted into this P&L that 3 years ago, nobody thought that Meta would be a 30% revenue grower, but it is.
And there you have it, folks. Mark Zuckerberg, grower, not a shower. Shouts out to everybody on Kalshi who is waiting for us to break that news. Someone just made a life-changing amount of money. And that's what we're all about here on Good Work. Someone making a life-changing amount of money betting on Mark Zuckerberg's penis. Heartwarming story. So, what does Meta actually do? It set out to connect the world. And damn it actually kind of did. If by connect the world you mean get everyone crystal meth level addicted to social media, then they use those wildly popular social media apps to gather really accurate information about you to sell a gobsmacking number of ads to companies who want to sell stuff to you specifically. They give their employees great benefits and lay them off from time to time. They lost over $80 billion building a technology that turns you into a blob person in virtual reality. They sell a surprising number of smart glasses that turn you into an annoying person in real reality. And now they're siphoning as many resources as possible towards artificial intelligence. But ultimately, Meta does whatever its creator wants to do in the name of clinging on to the empire he built off of Facebook.
Look, at the end of the day, I don't think this is unique to Mark. I think this is just Silicon Valley, which is you never want to get rendered irrelevant. And I think fear of being irrelevant, I know it keeps Mark up at night, but I think it keeps all of these guys up at night. I have a lot of criticisms of Mark, as many do, but the thing that I will give him is like, he and I are basically the same age. He's born a few months before me. I'm fucking tired. I like to go to work and chill and have 1 or 2 or 7 beers at the end of the day, and that dude is working all the time and constantly what's next, and I will give anyone props for that, because you could easily rest on your laurels at this point and just be like, all right, now I'll figure out my successor and ride off into the sunset and stamp my legacy as guy who built Facebook or this big thing. But I don't think he's satisfied with that. I can't see him leaving the company anytime soon. They'll pry him out of that chair. He doesn't have to either, because he's got dual class share structure and holds all the power. So props to him for pushing. It's more a question of can he pull it off? Can he stay relevant for as long as possible? And TBD, I guess.
Indeed, TBD. Whatever that means. I guess we'll see, Mike. But we are going to have to wait to see if the artist formerly known as Facebook can truly evolve past its haters and dissatisfied employees to create new addictive money-printing technologies. Or in other words, complete a true metamorphosis.
Got him.
For Good Work, I'm Dan Toomey.
Nice.
There's also a lot of focus that Meta has on wearables, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Ray-Bans
Yep.
are now a big thing that perverts use to take photos of people in bars without them knowing. And
Since you said that, I've got mine. Should I put them on?
You do?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's why he was wearing
I
them.
did not mean. I did not mean the man sitting across from me.
Yeah, man, these are it. These are the Oakleys, which I actually like. And I work out with them.
Yeah.
Skiing.
You work out with these?
Yeah, when I'm running, you can listen to music.
May I put them
go
on?
for it.
Is that okay?
Again, has my prescription, so you might get blinded. But
That's okay. It wouldn't be the
you can
first
take the insert out.
Oh, the little.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, it's whatever. Yeah.
Whoa. You cannot see.
No.
Brother.
He has an insert on his sunglasses? Okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool, chat. That's kind of cool. All right, let's do Hogwatch. Let's do Hogwatch with Walter Masterson. So for those who are unaware.
Hey, Walter. Yeah, Max.
For those that are unaware, there's an ICE detention center in Delaney, New Jersey, where conditions have gotten so bad that people that are being detained there went into a hunger strike. Now, the fucking Nazis in the administration are saying, oh, they have the best food ever. The only reason that they're mad about the food is because they're not getting ethnic food. So we just want to send them back to their country so they can get their ethnic food. Chat, the food apparently has had mold on it. It's been spoiled. It's been not good and all that stuff. So there have been people that have been protesting at Delaney Hall to bring attention to these people. Hassan was there last week prior to the New Jersey primary election with Adam Hamaway. Or Hamaway? Yeah. Adam Hamaway to bring attention to this and maybe show Americans like, hey, this is fucked up. This is fucked up. Maybe we shouldn't do this shit to human beings. But alas, here we are in the United States in 2026. So, time to watch Walter Masterson convincing ICE agents to get a new job.
Hey, Walter.
Yeah, Max.
Has America always been a fascist hellscape?
Yeah, but I think now it's just a little bit more visible.
It's probably not a good sign.
Also, what also isn't a good sign is not having a subscription to avoid the top of their ad break. At the top of every hour, run a 3-minute ad. If you want to avoid the ads, you can pay $5.99 for a subscription. Or get lucky and get gifted a sub. Or you can link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account and get a free monthly subscription from Daddy Bezos to your favorite streamer. Hopefully it's me. If it's not me, then hopefully it's one of my friends. But here comes the 3-minute ad break now. Chat. I just took a clip for some reason. What the fuck is wrong with me? I am going to use this to take a break and make sure all the things that I need to do are being taken care of. And I'm going to leave you on BRB screen. I'll be right back during the ad. Oh. All right, I'm back, chat. I'll let you finish up the words. All right, nice job, chat. Well done. Sorry, I thought there was potential breaking news at the moment. I thought there was potential breaking news, but it hasn't broke yet. But with Ramen overtaking Pratt, there's a lot of people saying that she's gonna move on, but it hasn't been called yet. It hasn't been projected yet. I was just on Twitter, and there was a lot of people suggesting Nithya moving on to November, but it's not official yet. Anyway, back to Hogwatch. Hope you guys enjoyed words.
Nope. Hey, Walter.
Yeah, Max?
Do you want to go troll those ICE agents?
Yeah, I reckon I do.
Okay.
Hey, pussies, get fucked!
That hardworking immigrant to father of future doctor pipeline has really been fucking things up for America. Thank God we're
thank
putting
God.
an end to that here. All right, my lovelies, you're in a good line. I love it.
Welcome to the fascists of New Jersey pageant.
We're getting ready for our calendar shoot. Everyone, you're looking very sexy. Miss November, can we have you a little bit forward?
Okay, I'm gonna point out this is Walter using his white privilege for good. Because 100%, if he was a brown person, those ICE agents, those fucking hogs, those fucking Nazis would beat the living shit out of him.
The Arrow shirt lets you know that you're into Arrow manga. I know you guys are drinking a little bit more. You gotta take care of yourselves. The screaming doesn't stop at night, and it won't. Yeah, that's right. Get in formation. Remember, we take a knee.
Take a knee.
Take a knee.
Okay. Just like we talked about. And what did we say about the tear gas?
You are the tear gas. You're gonna make everyone cry. You're so beautiful. Remember, this year's Fascists of New Jersey calendar is all proceeds are going to charity, and we're highlighting just some of our sexiest men and women committing atrocities against basic human rights and values. Remember, we only gave them $100 billion.
That's more money than we gave to Israel. Very anti-Semitic.
Now, they've been choreographing this for the last 3 months. They go forward, they go back. We tried to do side to side. It was too confusing for them. They try their best. They love following orders. It's great. It's like Nuremberg. Now, remember, if you have a single dollar bill in the front, and remember, whoever gets the most tips, they get immunity at the trial.
Oh my god, this is fucking amazing. I don't even have to interject with anything. I don't have to interject with anything. This is fucking gold.
After the Trump administration's gone, and you guys get arrested for following orders. Did you know in 1945, over 8,000 concentration guards killed themselves?
Oh my God.
They worked in the camp, they killed themselves. Do you want that to happen to these people just because they have to deal with the guilt of what they know is wrong? Because they, like us, are working class and they need the paycheck.
Yo, oh my god, that goes so fucking hard. Oh my god. I would never advocate for Nazis to follow what their fine leader has done, historically speaking. I would never advocate for that because that's bad. But holy shit.
Single one of these guys signed up to help this country, and what are they doing?
I would wrong chat.
Punishing
Oh,
dishwashers
classic mistake, Gold. Classic mistake.
and mothers, denying food and medical care to people that are them.
Forget shooting innocent Americans in the face.
Yes. Well, that's bonus. That's on their time, you know. You know it's never going to go to jail, but some of these guys will.
Violating the Second, Fourth, Fifth Amendment. Election season's coming up. They still have time to violate the 24th Amendment.
You can follow orders, or you can strike. You have that power. When you're brushing your teeth and it's going a little too long, and you're like, God, I really hate myself. I can't believe I do this day in and day out. I tell myself I'm helping people, but I can see with my own eyes that I'm only hurting people.
Dude, do you think these people are standing there? Do you think these people are standing there and be like, oh, no, this person's like 100% incorrect? Do you think they're standing there and like thinking that? I mean, this guy also has a fucking earplug in. They have earplugs in, so that's they probably have earplugs in for, well, one, the flashbangs, and two, to not listen to their fellow working class Americans because they're fucking hogs and they will eat anything that's put in front of them.
Bringing a great evil upon us. My wife says, thank you for bringing home rent. My wife says, thank you for bringing home groceries, but there's a silence that wasn't there before because, like everyone else, they're kind of disgusted by you now. But you can fix that. You guys can band together and say, no, we're not following these orders. It only takes 10 of you.
You're not getting your bonus anyway. By the way, the bonus thing, let's talk about that.
Oh, the bonus that you're definitely going to get.
They all got screwed out of their bonus. They basically have to stay employed for 5 years.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
$50,000 bonus?
Yeah, $50,000. Otherwise, they have to.
Yeah, you have to stay employed for 5 years, except literally their jobs are going to go away after this presidency. That sucks. Actually, they could probably file a breach of contract. They could probably file a breach of contract, but you think those Nazis are going to have lawyers? You think they're going to file a class action lawsuit against the United States government? The class action lawsuits of Nazis saying, hey, you have to pay us. You have to pay us for the human rights violations that we conducted.
Like, give it back.
Oh, they claw it back.
Yeah, right. I mean, these guys are indentured servants too. Keep in mind, they may be the face of fascism and our upcoming calendar available at a Barnes & Noble near you, but they're suffering just like us. There's a bigger boot on their head as they squish their little baby boots on the little baby heads of actual babies.
So what's the miscarriage rate here so far?
Well,
2
I
miscarriages.
think just 2 preventable miscarriages.
2 totally preventable miscarriages.
And y'all pro-life? Not anymore. $100 billion, but we can't afford a doctor. Isn't that America for you?
I love that.
I'm the same way.
That would be socialism. Free health care in an ICE facility. Can you imagine?
You can change your mind at any time.
Yeah.
You'll like yourself. You'll get to know your grandkids.
It would take any of you at least 5 days to fucking put on a roof. While us, we could do it in 2 hours. They're deporting the criminals, but the worst one is in the White House. Hilarious that you're detaining supposedly the worst of the worst, but he's in the White House. The biggest one is in the White House. Go detain him instead of our people.
I mean, chat, do you see how disciplined they are not to beat that brown woman? Do you see that? That is real growth right there. That is real growth.
Got his tear gas ready. I love. See, look at him. He's got his tear gas ready. It's out. It's just cocked. He just cannot wait for a pregnant woman to come by.
Yep.
There we go.
This was a Trump plus 20 community, this demographic of truckers.
Yeah. Trump R plus 20.
Not anymore.
Nope.
Worth noting, you're going to hear horns every 10 seconds in this video.
There's so many trucks blasting their horns in solidarity as they go by here.
And truckers, famously liberal, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the truckers, they love Kamala.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of shocked.
I've
met a lot of.
I mean, I'd say a vast majority of the truckers are in unions, so they show solidarity with other working class people. So,
MAGA truckers.
yeah, Teamsters.
To see this many truckers
supporting the protest here?
Yeah, I have not seen that.
Like, almost every trucker going by is like, get the fuck out ICE.
Yeah.
And that's when you know you've lost the people right there.
Yeah, that's, when you lost the truckers, ooh. I mean, dude, I honestly I was expecting them to yell at us or something, but that has not happened.
Yeah.
The internet likes to yell at the people that defect, saying you should have defected sooner, but.
No, defect now. You know, as a matter of fact, let's go into defect.
We're gonna read some job postings to ICE. Maybe they can get another job somewhere else.
The Gateway Group 1 in Kearney, New Jersey is hiring security officers for the rail operation complex. It only pays $22 an hour, but you won't hate yourself.
We're trying to give them.
I mean, you'll probably still hate yourself though.
A bathing ape in East Rutherford, easy commute, looking for a stock associate, $18 an hour, and an employee discount.
Retail associate for, where is it from?
From the WIS International.
WIS International Retail Associate, okay. How much is that?
Oh, guys, a batch maker.
Is that like a matchmaker? But it's a batch maker.
It's a batch maker for paint.
We're trying to give them other jobs to get.
Work as a job coach.
Oh, really?
Oh my God, you.
Oh, wait.
She works as a job coach.
I'm a job coach.
Oh, wait,
She can help you find another job. Oh my God.
I'll edit your resume for free.
You edit resumes?
Wait, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a young lady here who is a job coach who can help you out. So what is the number one thing that these guys could do to transition into a job that doesn't kill people?
I will edit your resume for free. I will be dedicated. I will help you find a better fucking job. I swear to God. You just have to quit. Don't sell your soul. Don't be Nazis. That's all I ask.
I mean, legitimately,
Don't be
we can form a
Nazis.
small
Don't be
line.
Nazis. Don't be Nazis. I can't believe it's 2026 and we have to say don't be fucking Nazis. Crazy.
Or maybe we can exchange email?
He already made a line, actually.
Yeah, you're in line.
Yeah,
you just like angle yourselves a little bit.
I might as well just take down their name and number and info.
Yeah. The help is here when you need it. Any of you guys know how to cook? GD Correctional Services, you still say in the prison system, good union. They're looking for a cook in Cedar Grove.
This lovely woman that was just here is going to help you redo your resume so you can get a job anywhere else. It's going to be great.
Let's see here. Whoa. Okay.
Mobile lead X-ray technologist.
Yeah.
Fancy job.
That's $48 an hour to start. And easy hours. You're not going to be on your feet.
And you don't have to kill anyone for that job.
Yeah.
You don't have to rip families apart.
8-hour shifts. You can't set your own hours, but it's still nice. And legitimately, your children will respect you instead of fearing you.
Oh my God, yes.
Next time you guys do that stomp forward, just grab us like you're going to tear gas us, and just whisper in our ear like, hey bro, help me with my resume.
ICE is funded $100 billion, and they can't afford food that doesn't have maggots in it. How do you feel about all this?
Oof.
Yeah.
It's Third Reich bullshit is what it is.
Yeah, it's Third Reich bullshit.
The Burger Reich. It's the Burger Reich. We're making it a thing, chat. Burger Reich. Not the Third Reich. It's a Burger Reich.
This is Trump's private army now.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, look, they have each other, right? And they can tell each other that we are brave. We are standing up for what? Paperwork? People who love America are in short supply right now. And the people crawling through hell to get here to have a simple life and be safe and have resources, let's show them hell. Let's show them what a nightmare the American dream can be. Because private equity, right? Guys, we got to stand up for them. You can tell it yourselves, it's us against them, but you don't hate us, you hate you. You guys organize, you guys strike, you can change the conditions in there. You still get to do your jobs, but you get to sleep better. Nothing says you have to do this in a way that's so disgusting to human rights.
You guys could just guard AI data centers. I'd have more respect for them if they guarded AI data centers. If you told me half of ICE was quitting to guard AI data centers, I'd be like, you know what? I'm going to allow it. He thinks it's a good idea. See?
I mean, they may or may not be just as incompetent at that job. Just saying.
I just gave him that idea. The people that started this hunger strike, the leaders, they're trying to break them up and transfer them to a different prison, right?
And people like these people right here who have been out here for days have been trying to stop them. They've been laying their bodies down to keep these organizers from being tortured. Like,
we love our community. We love our community. I've been here Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I didn't get any sleep. I'm here because my love for the community will outdo their hate.
How did you hear about the hunger strike?
I'm with an immigrant rights org. We have people in there that are in contact with family members inside, and they're telling us about their conditions, and they're saying we don't deserve to be in a cage. We're getting food with worms in it. We're showering with 10 people per shower. We have to buy our own soap. We have to wash our own clothes with the soap that we wash our bodies with, and then we have
Chat, this is starting to sound like a concentration camp. If only there were people calling these things concentration camps years ago.
to dry them. Somebody just had a miscarriage the other day up there, and they're over here protecting the system. They're pushing us into traffic. As soon as a car comes out, they're like, move, move, move. They don't stop traffic. They're literally pushing us into traffic.
Is there a mutual aid organization we can plug?
There's a whole bunch. ICE out of New Jersey Collective is a part of this, which is many immigrant rights organizations with an immigrant rights base. And I think we're going to be doing a training here tomorrow. We got to locally ensure that we are organizing our local governments to make sure our police are not collaborating with ICE.
I was just in Florida, and the locals there are saying that it's even worse because it's full collaboration in Florida, where a traffic stop will escalate very rapidly, and it'll escalate faster than the community can respond. That's a good view of what it looks like when there's full collaboration. They are just, I mean, they're working harmoniously almost.
It's really hard for us because they say they're not supposed to collaborate, but they are truly collaborating. So when you have kind of a law that says, oh, no collaboration, and yet people are collaborating and lying to our faces that they're not. And just because immigrants get accused of something, they hand them over to ICE.
So that's called collaboration. You're supposed to protect the Constitution. The Constitution says due process, innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
Remember, accusations are not guilt.
Yeah.
Yep, it doesn't mean somebody got sentenced to be found guilty. Accusations are, when somebody has charges, that means they're just accusations. And the hardest thing for me to see is when I see our brown and black community members. They're still community members. These are the sad part of our community because they're harming other, but they're still community members. When I see them participating in a system, especially when their ancestors fought for freedom for not just black people, for every single person. And here they are. They fought for their freedom, and
Chad, she's
instead,
cooking.
they
I'm gonna let
are
her
putting
cook.
people in cages unlike their ancestors.
The Warsaw Ghetto, they hired Jews to do policing within the ghetto. And they had special privileges, right? They still had to wear the star, but man, you know, they got first choice of food. They got treated with a modicum of respect.
Bro, you're kind of just describing cops in general. You're describing cops in general because cops are working class people that happen to work for capital. Cops still have that working class stink that they can't be part of the elites, the elite capitalist. You're describing cops.
And they were hard asses. So much. Man, they broke skulls, they reported people. They betrayed their own people. You know what happened at the end? When the ghettos weren't needed and everyone's moved to the camps? You know what happened to everyone who helped? The same thing that happened to the rest of the Jews. You think that your job protects you and your family from the next stage of this? It doesn't. Keep this guy. Not this guy. And then there'll be fewer and fewer of you. It's the inevitability of history, my dudes. Your whiteness doesn't protect you. Once the white supremacists have enough power, then all of a sudden it's like, oh, are you Irish? Are you Italian? That's not white. I understand that we have an education crisis.
Chat, I didn't tell him. I didn't tell him. He just straight up said Irish and Italians are people of color. I didn't tell him. I didn't tell him. I've only been saying this for years at this point. That's what I'm saying.
This in this history, but there is a textbook that has this chapter in it. And if you read 2 pages ahead, you find out that it does not work.
They don't have, toilets, that they're not giving them food, they give them food with worms. It's a concentration camp, that's what we call it. Because they have no rights, no due process. Some people just got released from the hunger strike, and he was telling us that, bro, they can't even eat inside. Right. There is a judge that is taking 74 cases in one day. And also the data shows that 78% of the deportations, the detention, they don't have criminal records.
Right. They don't have criminal records, they don't have convictions. The amount of people with convictions is like...
Very fractured, but the thing is also, remember that this is what the government is using the excuse of like, yo, you drive without driver's license, you did this, you do that.
Traffic violations.
Oh, traffic violations.
The traffic violations to Holocaust-style concentration camp pipeline. What's some of the craziest things you've seen?
So yesterday, they came with a big tank, and they...
Wait, a tank?
It's like a tank. It's like we are on fucking word.
The protesters here were pretty good at blocking traffic from going in or out, because they were trying to transfer the organizers, the people that organized the hunger strike.
The strikers. And Martin got transferred, who is one of the leads, he got transferred to Elizabeth Detention Center.
Okay.
And he got transferred, but they are trying to transfer. But right now, the thing is that is getting more people and more people inside is trying to be part of the hunger strike. It's definitely retaliation, and is also trying to break the spirit of the detaining.
Hi, I'm Musab Ali. I'm running in New Jersey's 8th Congressional District. I was here for the past 3 days. Well, yesterday when I was here, I was one of the people who was tear gassed along with Senator Kim. It was 100% ICE increasing their aggression because we were here, we were peaceful, and Senator Kim was actually trying to negotiate like a armistice, right? He was like, oh, if you guys back up, ICE will back up. So we're like, okay. So we back up, and ICE literally takes their tank, comes out, and then just starts shooting us with pepper bullets. Like, it was insane.
Shooting a United States senator.
Shooting a United States senator and everyone in the crowd. Everyone in the crowd was attacked by ICE. And again, none of us had weapons. Yeah. All of us were peaceful. All of us were just standing here. And ICE just again, what is the reason that they were here? Again, they're not here to cause safety. They're here to cause chaos. ICE has admitted that no one who's in this facility now has a criminal record. 0% of people here have a criminal record. And so ICE has already admitted that no one who's here has a criminal record.
That's crazy.
These are people who need urgent
I was
medical
unaware
attention.
of that.
They should be able to go outside and get the medical care that they need. These are people who are contributing
What?
to society.
You want to get?
They are not.
You want to get free healthcare? You want to get free healthcare to any kind of person that's in the United States of America? Nah, fuck that shit. I gotta pay for my fucking healthcare. I'm not giving healthcare to anybody. Fuck that. Oh, you think I'll be able to take advantage of free healthcare? Well, fuck that. I want other people to not have healthcare. Therefore, I will pay for my healthcare.
People that we're like looking at saying like these are criminals in our society. They're not.
Yeah.
And also, if you look at these ICE officers, New Jersey had a law that you're not supposed to wear a mask.
As long as you're supporting Israel, you can wear a mask, as many masks as you want.
All the news media keep covering the hunger strike. There's also a labor strike because these people have not been paid. They work for $1 a day. They work for $1 a day, and they're literally, the people who are in here. They work for $1 a day inside.
Makes sense because Italians are considered white Europeans today? Yeah. Dude, Irish and Italians like 100 years ago, a little more than 100 years ago, were not considered white. I've talked about it many times on stream. Ben Franklin didn't consider Germans to be part of whiteness. He also wasn't going to classify French people as part of whiteness either. But he liked having sex with French women. That's why he stopped just short of that.
They're having a hunger strike and a labor strike. It's both. They're also saying like we're not going to provide labor because they're being paid $1 a day, and they're not being paid. Literally, are not being paid the $1 a day that they're working for.
So they have to do prison labor, and they get $1 a day, and they've been getting fucked out of that.
Yes. So they have to clean. They are the people who are responsible for like maintaining the facility. So like literally like they have maintenance people, but they are far understaffed. And so what they have is the prisoners are actually going and cleaning, and the prisoners are going and helping to maintain the facility. So they're literally saying to them like, hey, you have to maintain this place. We're going to pay you to like upkeep the prison that we're keeping you in. It's like so psychotic. It's insane. And also they're not paying them.
$1 a day.
$1 a day, and they're not paying them that.
For $1 a day, you can sponsor a detainee and give them food with worms. Also, we're not going to give them the $1 either. Because, worms cost money, people.
And also, so that money that they're supposed to be getting is the money that they use to call their loved ones.
And it's a $5 call.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you've got to work 5 days
to make
one phone call. And then sometimes they're not paying you that $1.
Can you give these people a trial? No. Can you give them a lawyer? I don't know about that. Toothbrush? Nah. Can you give us medical care so we don't have a miscarriage? I don't know about that one. Can you give us food without the worms? Whoa.
Like, if we came with...
I was literally going to make a Sarah McLachlan joke, but I thought it was too edgy. Then Walter made it.
with like someone who like is a recruiter.
Yeah.
That would be top tier.
This entire area smells like garbage.
Yeah, it
is. It's like garbage. There's like gotta be.
Well, no, so look at this. These are all like waste processing plants.
Yeah.
This is like what New Jersey's famous for. You should give them a lot of money.
Yeah. I know. Your organization is interfacing with the families that are coming to visit. That's got to be brutal for children to come in and see this.
It's very brutal, and a lot of families live far enough away they can't even get here, and that's where a lot of our volunteers step in, and they go in and visit people that they have never even met, but they kind of adopt a detainee and try and see them as often as they can. Wow. And from the detainees, they get information about other detainees who we may know nothing about, and we can get their information to try and get them commissary money, which they can use for both food and to make phone calls, which they have to pay for.
Phone calls are $5 a day.
Yeah.
$5 a phone call.
A phone call, yeah. And it's, half an hour, which seems like a long time, but when you've been in a detention for 2 years, it's nothing.
Yeah.
So we try and get as much money to them as possible, but it's a bit of a hassle. You can only put $300 a month into a detainee's account, which really doesn't cover, a few phone calls, a bar of soap, some chips, maybe some cup of noodles, not very much. That's what we fundraise for, is trying to get as much money as possible. And then we create an account, which we then...
Dude, in capitalism, we're not even allowing them to do capitalism. What the fuck? Dude, fucking ridiculous. If you're going to do capitalism through the whole fucking... through the entire spectrum of people. Prisoners. People that should be in prison, like CEOs and shit. Working class people, let them do fucking capitalism. What the fuck are we doing? What's the point of having capitalism if not everybody can participate in the capitalism? Oh, God, this is so fucking annoying.
Pay for with our credit card to put, say, $50 into somebody's account, for which we also pay an $8 fee. So we'll put it in, and then we have to wait 24 hours before we can do another set of 2 people. So we get cruise account.
How long have you been out here?
I started coming in October.
Hi, Ghosty. How you doing? You know, just reacting to Hogwatch, reacting to the hoglets of ICE and everything. Never mind, we mad, I agree. Hi, Hanny. Chat, go check out Hanny. Go check out Hanny. Hanny's great. Hanny's great. Hanny's highly entertaining. I love this clip. This is one of my favorite clips, Hanny.
I think, through the
Never a dull moment at the Hanny channel? Correct. I'm running away now.
brutal winter where we didn't have the tent, which we now have a tent that at least we get coverage from the weather, but families would have to sit out with umbrellas when it was pouring in the freezing cold. We bring them whatever, those hot pads for their hands and their feet. So the tents made a difference.
No way! No KKK, no fascist USA! No way! No KKK, no fascist USA! No way! No KKK, no fascist USA!
This is loud, but you're not soldiers, guys. I know you're scared, but you're not soldiers.
Yo, this guy's taking your attention, bro. Yeah, there you go. Bro, shut up. Okay,
Well,
bro. Hey, you got it, bro.
We're socialists. We share.
Yeah, we're socialists. We share.
Hanny, thank you for the biddies. Thank you. Fox Ice.
And just because you're finished doesn't mean she's finished. Yeah, remember that.
I'll be the only one here, but God bless you. Thank you for your service.
People inside are being fed dog food.
I'm sorry?
People inside are being fed dog food and they don't have access to medical care. There are 2 miscarriages. They're on a hunger strike.
That's not good.
That's why these people are here. Because
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But is that
Jesus
an
Christ.
ICE facility?
yeah, not the prison. The prison is doing the correct thing. This is the ICE facility, and like they got $100 billion and they don't let doctors in. They haven't paid medical.
How do they get word out?
Families with a court order can go in to like see their family members, and so like that's how it costs $5 to get a can of tuna. They're working for $1 a day in there.
These guys?
No, the prisoners are working for $1 a day.
I don't want to be on this recording.
No, I know, but that's why these things are.
Thank you for your service. What the fuck are they on about? They're fucking bootlickers. They're fucking bootlickers, Hanny. They're bootlickers. That's it. They love licking the boots.
I support them, but I don't
like in theory, like listen, ICE has been around since 9/11, right? Right. This version of ICE is new.
Things about
I don't know.
the reason.
I don't know about that. ICE has always been kind of Nazi since 9/11. This version is just visible. INS and ICE have kind of always been Nazis. Let's be fair, but we'll let it go.
My opinion. Only. The reason it got out of hand, though, is because the previous administration let so many.
I don't care why they're here. I care what we're doing to them now, right?
Anyway.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. All Fox News talking points. Zero fucking proof of anything. Dude, they're not even correct. Biden deported more people than fucking Trump did.
Thank you for your right, and I'm glad you were.
No. It's just like I was with you too, because it's like, you know, like I get it, they broke the law, they didn't do the paperwork, but like legitimately 2 miscarriages happened in this facility.
The part I don't understand.
Yeah.
And I say this in all honesty.
Yeah.
is that I don't understand why it takes them so long to send them home.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to bring them in, just send them home so they can get on with it.
Yeah, I mean, some people have been here for 20, 30 years. So it's like, some people have never been to the places they're being deported to.
But what I'm saying is once they've been detained.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, for me, it's just like, I feel like we have a shortage of people that love America. And the one
I don't think Walter realizes, I don't know, maybe he does realize this, but like those lav mics can pick it up. They can pick up any conversation within a vicinity. You don't have to like stick it in their face. So the guy in the Lions lav mic is picking up this whole conversation. I don't know. ICE has always been asked, there's just more Proud Boys running it. Yeah, there's like actual fucking LARPing Nazis in it now. Again, why do you think? Why is there no cops at the KKK rally? It's because the cops are under the hoods.
ones that love it the most are in there. I mean, they crawl.
You about that.
You don't think so? You don't think they came?
America?
They came here. They crawled.
These people, the people
No,
that
I
crawled
didn't say they don't love America. I said I don't think that they love America more than I do or more.
Oh, really?
I'm just saying, like,
whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, he's about to fucking drop the line to say, like, do you know what they've done to get to the United States of America? Well, you think they wouldn't love America? You were born here. You were lucky enough to be born here, to pop out of a fucking vagina here. These people have crawled through blood, sweat, and tears to get to the United States of fucking America, to have a better life for them and their fucking family. And you, who plopped out of a fucking vagina, think you love America more? Come on, bro. Come on. I'm not saying XYZ, but yeah.
No, but like,
Mind your business.
yeah. I mean, like, because my wife is a child trauma therapist in the city, and she works with immigrants. One of them, their dad, killed on their doorstep by the cartel. So she, what would I do? And I can't stop thinking about that.
Yep.
It's just like I'm gonna fight over paperwork. Like if they commit a crime, put them in the real jail, right? Like a real crime, like murder or arson, put them in the real jail. If they're washing dishes, if they start a small business, if they like landscaping, what the fuck do I care?
And I completely agree with you on the.
So then shut the fuck up! Right. Why are you fucking supporting ICE, you fucking dumbass? Oh my god, these fucking people! I fucking hate these fucking people so fucking much.
I mean, that's all this is.
I do.
Yeah.
These poor schmucks, they're out here just trying to keep control because we have seen in other locations.
It's only out of control because of ICE. It's only out of control because of ICE. The police, law enforcement, escalate everything. That's the only reason it gets out of control.
People go crazy.
Yeah.
And you can't do that either. You can't break one law by breaking another law. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
No,
you're not doing that. I'm not.
Is that Israel's shirt on the left? I don't know. I agree with you earlier. Thank you for your service, Mr. Ice.
No, but I feel like there's a lot of
This shirt here? This one with the ice cream? That looks like a keffiyeh. Oh my god, is that an Israel shirt? Is Israel fucking using keffiyehs now in a different color? That looks like an olive keffiyeh. Like olive tree keffiyeh.
in the media right now, and I'm legitimately, it's easy to look at people shouting and being like, these guys are out of control. But
So
once you
what's
find out why, it's hard not to agree with them.
And again, they have the right
Excuse me.
to shout and to.
No, but but you said yourself, like they legitimately have been on hunger strike for 4 days because their food has worms in it. They had $100 billion.
That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, no, because it feels like the cruelty is the point with the most recent Christian gnomes ice.
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because you're such a nice person. It's nice
Sure.
talking to you. My son is an ICE agent.
Sure.
In Texas.
Yeah.
Here. And you know what?
Your son is a Nazi?
Now he's going through a lot of stress because they are just pushing the numbers.
Yeah.
So
They're not ready for it.
he doesn't really like that aspect at all.
The head guys, nothing's ever going to happen to them. But if a facility like this has deaths in it, these guys, these ordinary ICE agents, they're
The
going to
miners who have dynamite from their jobs.
Like they're not insulated like the up person.
That part's gotten a little, it's gotten distorted.
Yeah.
And it's gotten distorted like in various locations.
Yeah.
Like, for example, my son, he says, well, it's like this big push for numbers.
Yeah.
Like, no, just do things properly. Take your time, do it properly.
But like, is he allowed to, or is he just like in the situation where he has no control?
He's not like.
Yeah. No, he's in Texas, but right.
I know
Like,
that's a very young person saying.
no, I know. Like, it'd be one thing if you and me if we were in actual danger.
So here's the other fucking problem. When you confront these fascist fucking assholes and these fascist supporters, they immediately back off and be like, whoa, I kind of agree with you. I agree with you. Everybody's a fucking liberal, chat. Everybody's a liberal. Behind closed doors, they're fucking Nazis. They're fucking Nazis. But as soon as you fucking confront them and there's a chance that you're going to paint them in not a good light in open society, they fucking back the fuck down. This is fucking insane. This is literally the same shit that I experienced in my fucking life when I got some asshole that I'm caddying for saying some fucking Nazi shit, and I go, bro, what the fuck? What are you fucking saying? What the fuck is wrong with you? And they're like, oh, well, I didn't mean that. Yeah, it's crazy. They're fucking cowards. If you're gonna say it with your fucking chest. But they're all fucking cowards. They're all cowards, and they know their entire fucking ideology is fucking incorrect. It's just dude, right-wing media has completely broken the minds of like so many Americans. Broken up so many fucking families. Literally had people supporting Nazi policies without people realizing they're fucking Nazi policies because we're not educated. It's fucking crazy.
Constant danger from the people that are in this facility. I get it. But like, these aren't cartel guys. These are guys like, they're dishwashers. Like it's like, yes, there's an economic effect here, but there's not a rush, right? We could do it when we were ready.
See, I agree with that. There's not a huge rush. But I think that's what happened. And a lot of the different...
Right-wing media has me hating my dad. I mean, even, dude, fucking liberal media has me fucking fighting with my dad constantly. And then my dad is finally, I'm not going to say he's finally listening to me, but like the last conversation I had with him, he literally sat there and listened to me. Like, I don't know, maybe I fucking finally broke through to him after being persistent and pushing back on the fucking liberal talking points and everything like that. But like, it's just crazy because like, even the media that's supposed to be trustworthy is just fucking awful.
Well, it's real sad.
I'm glad you told me that.
Yeah.
I'm sad that that's happened.
Her son is an ICE agent in Texas.
Yeah, and she legitimately flipped 100%. She just turned 180 on this crowd. She's like, these guys need to be gone. 2 minutes later, she's like, oh no, I understand why they're here. Okay. I feel bad. I should educate myself.
I'm very cynical. I hope she doesn't do a factory reset.
I don't think she's going to change her politics, but I think for this one location, in this one instance, she gets it. My son's an ICE agent in Texas, and they're being overwhelmed. And I'm like, yeah. And when push comes to shove, your son will suffer the consequences, right? Not his bosses, right? Like when it comes for time for accountability, like while this is happening, it's going to be guys like your son. And she's like, you're so right.
Wow. How was the ball game? We won. We won both ball games. I did not play well. Welcome back, Hecka. Chat, do y'all want to let Keko know that he missed Hogwatch? Chat, do you want to let Keko know that he missed Hogwatch? But yeah, I played bad. I had 2 walks and I went 1 for 5. I scored 2 runs, I think. And then in the field, I played bad. I had 2 well, technically only one of them was an error in the first game. And then the second game, I had like 4 errors. It was bad. You know what's sad? Because of these cunt just murdering people, it is now normal to carry chest seals and tourniquets in your bag just in case you or a friend or family member gets shot. Yep. You weren't bad. You were just mediocre. It's okay. I mean, I was pretty fucking bad. I was so bad, I'm like willing to drop a lot of money to get better. to get the training aids that I could use to get better. Oh, God. Keko, I can't fucking believe you missed Hogwatch. That's crazy. That's crazy that you missed Hogwatch. Literally the thing that you were looking forward to the most. You spend more time playing with balls? Yeah, apparently. All right. We'll watch some more Hogwatch via Cinemarxism. Via Cinemarxism, Bolivia has shown us how to fight far right-wing administrations. We'll do some more Hogwatch for Keko. I had a bunch of stand-up to my IG. Nice. Proud of you. I'm so fucking proud of you. But anyway, chat, here is Cinemarxism. Chat, make sure you're watching the video alongside of this. And then when we inevitably like this video, everybody gives it a thumbs up. All right, chat? We support our fellow content creators. All right?
The miners who have dynamite from their jobs say they are ready to use the dynamite.
They have dynamite from their jobs. Yep, they got a lot of dynamite. They're miners. That brings us to our main story tonight, which is Bolivia. And we're going to learn what led to this, basically, because this is the main thing that has sparked this massive action in Bolivia. This document leaked 2 days ago, and it literally is a document that is outlining the United States and Bolivian police and Bolivian government's collaboration to kidnap and arrest Evo Morales. For people who don't know, Evo Morales is the leader of the communist movement in Bolivia. He is an indigenous person who has centered and empowered the indigenous population, the Aymara, in Bolivia for a very, very long time. And they got his back after... And also something, he was the president for like many terms, and then eventually was like told he can't run for president again. We're going to get into it a little bit later, but I do want to just give a disclaimer that if you're reading about this, if you're learning about this, you might read about accusations against Evo Morales. I haven't like done a ton of like looking into them. Hopefully we'll be able to get into that tonight. I think one of the interviews that we have like outlines it a little bit. However, I do really want to be clear. Evo Morales is a single individual. He is a leader of a movement and has certainly done a lot to improve the political standing of the majority indigenous population in Bolivia. However, those people, the solidarity that we should have does not lie in a leader. Our solidarity lies in the people, in the working people, and their struggle against American imperialism and against global capital. So you're going to see a lot of people who are pro the right wing, pro U.S. imperialism, that are going to be using accusations against Evo Morales to slander the entire movement happening in Bolivia. And to that we say, fuck off. We say fuck off because we know why this is happening. This is not happening because the United States and Israel have a principled stance against pedophilia. Okay, this is happening because Bolivia has a giant deposit of lithium and silver that Elon Musk and the tech gurus that run our world want to get their hands on. And they're trying to do in Bolivia what they have done in Argentina and in other countries.
Y'all taking notes? Y'all taking notes on this? There's going to be a pop quiz at the end of this. But chat, Bolivia is on the forefront of the South American leftist movements with Evo Morales. He's not perfect. Give me the quiz early. Evo Morales has been on the forefront of this leftist movement, particularly for indigenous people and working class people of Bolivia. He is not perfect, nor are any of us perfect. But he still advocated for the rights of indigenous peoples as well as other working class individuals in Bolivia. And they tried to fucking coup Bolivia. Paul Wall is perfect, though.
Region in Brazil.
I'm sure Paul Wall wouldn't agree.
Bolsonaro and with Milei,
You know, they're trying to put in these like fucking austerity driven IMF puppets that come in and are alt-right libertarian fucking anarcho-capitalist hellscapes that benefit extremely rich people at the expense of everybody else. And so we're going to start here because this is essential to know as we talk about, as we get into the movements that are happening in Bolivia now. Holy F, PDF accusations on Evo. How is that not CIA Mossad operations? Yes, and I don't doubt that it is, but I also do want to give, I don't know, I think they're very serious accusations, so I don't want to dismiss them like, you know, without like looking into them a little bit further. But yeah, Evo Morales is accused of fathering a child with a 15-year-old. That is what the United States and Bolivia are trying to charge him with now.
I think I might be perfect, not gonna lie. Also, I did not know that the United States government was trying to charge Evo Morales for pedophilia, because that's such CIA fucking bullshit. Again, I'll wait for the evidence. They've been trying this? Really? That's crazy. That makes it even crazier what I said earlier, me saying Evo Morales is not a perfect person. God damn, what the fuck? I mean, can you really trust the Trump administration? This ain't new. Oh, I didn't realize this. Oh, god damn. Well, I was unaware of that.
Mi nombre es Germán Mamán de Solís y yo tengo 42 años cumplidos ya. En esta mina dentro de la tierra he trabajado 3 años.
I've worked inside this mine for 3 years.
Yeah, we're the only country that's allowed to have pedophile presidents. Exactly. I mean, to be clear, nobody should be advocating if Evo Morales is guilty of this shit, nobody should be like defending him for it. I think the reason
they do shit like that, they have zero shame.
Have these kind of like reactions to it is because like this is what the fucking CIA does. This is what they do.
You know what else the CIA does? They get subscriptions to avoid the top of the hour ad break. Because the top of every hour, I run a 3-minute ad. If you want to avoid the ads, you can pay $5.99 for a subscription, or get lucky and get gifted a sub. Or you can link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account and get a free monthly subscription from Daddy Bezos to your favorite streamer. Hopefully it's me. If it's not me, then hopefully it's one of my friends. But here comes the 3-minute ad break now, which isn't going to be an ad because I'm in the politics part. Brent, it's Brett. It's Brett. Brett. Brett.
What like counterintelligence is.
Did you see Donald Trump lose his fucking mind during an interview? No, Haney, I did not see that. I was going to break it to chat later. While we wait for ads, Ghost, I need you to understand how fun sailing is. I have sailed already, Keko, but also there's no ads. There's no ads. I'm in the politics category. There's no ads. Oh my God, we need to watch that? Yeah. The CIA does do awful shit like this, but powerful people, regardless of political affiliation, also do shit like this because people suck. Yes, Otto, that is true. But when it is someone that they are trying to overthrow, they will throw anything at them in hopes that let it stick. For example, Maduro was charged with a weapons possession charge. Weapons possession by the United States of America. I think it'd be crazy to think that there's not any kind of potential falsehoods within these alleged charges.
They look to slander people with shit like this.
Life
of a miner is not a long one. You can die quickly. That's the life of a miner is very dangerous. My parents, my grandparents, all the natural wealth here in Bolivia has been taken from them and taken to other countries.
Yep. Familiar story.
I
haven't really benefited from these natural resources, but maybe in the future my children will. Okay, Keko, I hope you watch that because that was cinematic gold there. That edit with his voiceover going into the light was amazing. All this natural wealth that exists in Bolivia, just stay in Bolivia to help us grow. Rewind? Oh my God, Keko. Anyway, Haven't really benefited from these natural resources,
Transformación de riquezas minerales, pero en
but maybe in the
futuro está
future my children will.
Toda la riqueza que tiene Bolivia, ¿no ve? Aquí tienen que transformar en Bolivia para que crezca más.
It was an indigenous man, Diego Gualpa, who first discovered the silver.
Indígena condujo a que
And he led the Spanish to the silver veins
filones de plata que estaban
that lie just beneath the surface.
desde el 1 de abril de
From that
So
point,
fucking
April
based.
1st, 1545 on.
Meh. I've done way better. Okay, Kako. Imagine having SEAL Team 6 busting your door down for unpaid parking tickets. Dude, that's the next thing that's going to happen. That's the next thing that's going to happen. They're going to have unpaid parking tickets from visiting the UN or something like that. Oh, Sarah, the pussy is a natural wonder in Civ 5.
The process of extracting minerals from Cerro Rico of Potosi has never stopped. Hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of miners have died in Cerro Rico since the 16th century. The story of Potosi has been one of abusive extraction from the first up until today.
El Cerro Rico ha salido tanto mineral.
In Cerro Rico, so much silver has been extracted that a bridge could be built from Spain to Potosi, or vice
Jesus
versa.
Christ.
Illogically, we are the poorest department in Bolivia.
Nunca nos
That's
hemos podido
crazy.
beneficiar.
We've never been able to benefit from everything that has been extracted from Cerro Rico.
They're open pit mining too.
Así lo perforamos.
So this is how we drill.
Aquí.
We go here, here, and here.
Sí, en zigzag perforamos.
We drill in a zigzag.
Ahí lo metemos.
And that's where we put the explosives.
Que manejamos, ¿no ve? Explosivos lo ponemos.
We put explosives in each little hole. Now, chat, I want you to remember. I want you to remember these miners. And I want you to remember their access to explosives.
Aquí hay un refrán que dice,
there's a saying that natural resources are today.
Brett, you kind of sunk the lead there in this video here. But I will say, this is from a Twitch stream. Miners with explosives. Paul Wall. Miners with an ER. With an ER. Also, we should give, I knows, maybe we should give children explosives. We want to give children guns. We might as well give them full explosives, right? He knows goes.
And tomorrow's hunger.
Mañana. En el pasado lo que...
Also, I got to realize, too, that this was originally done on Twitch. So him saying that, oh, I want you to pay attention to this. I want you to remember this. They didn't see the part at the beginning of this video yet. So I want to say that. I want to say that to save myself from criticizing Brett.
Ha ocurrido es que la oposición de Potosí.
In the past, the people of Potosi blocked international lithium negotiators.
Ha imposibilitado.
They made those deals impossible.
Estas empresas que
These companies that make deals with our government,
nacional no han convenido.
they don't come to our city or our district to get our opinion.
Capital, a nuestro distrito.
By the way, people were talking about the indigenous flag. This is it on the left here.
Cuando el 2018,
in 2018, the government of Evo Morales contracted a German company to produce lithium.
Hizo que
Potosi was the center of massive protests as a result.
En realidad, enardecido en contra.
It was on fire. Evo Morales suspended the contract with the Germans.
El contrato con la empresa alemana. Dijo que ya no se iba.
He said, okay, we won't exploit lithium. He was then forced to resign. That was very good. Okay, we also got this guy.
Hey all, Peter Zine here.
I don't know what this video is going to be like, but he's also talking about lithium in Bolivia. This is from 6 months ago. He says, for decades, Bolivia's socialist government has kept the country poor and starved of foreign investment.
Here come you.
Jesus Christ. Oh, God, this video is going to be a fucking nightmare. This video is going to be a fucking nightmare saying that, oh, us Western powers should be allowed to come in here and just exploit all of your fucking natural resources. Bed for me. Good night, Otto. Have a good bed. Have a good bed. You get all the EPs.
You from Lake Monona Terrace here in Madison, Wisconsin, the land of cheese.
Okay, I'm not watching this.
Oh, thank God.
I heard, I'm here from Wisconsin. I'm going to tell you all about Bolivia. I was like, no, we're not. No, we're not. You probably checked them so hard. I was like, no. No, we're not. So we're getting an idea, right? We're getting a little bit, the picture should be coming into focus here. An hyper resource rich country that has historically been hyper exploited, that has had all of its resources stolen and extracted from its land at no benefit to the people. Evo Morales comes into power. He starts to give power to the indigenous population that is the majority ethnicity in Bolivia, the Aymara people. Now we have minors in Bolivia right now. The indigenous population is leading thousands kilometers marches where they're walking through on the highways, and the highways are totally shut down, totally barricaded, totally blocked. Nothing is moving in Bolivia right now. And thousands of people are walking on the highways demanding the resignation of Rodrigo Paz, who is the center-right, austerity-driven president that is leading the country right now. He is the current president. He's been president for 4 months! For 4 months!
4 months, chat. 4 months, and they're already doing this shit.
He's been trying to push an austerity agenda, and this is how Bolivarians are reacting. But Bolivians to the president, resign or we will kick you out. He leaves now with a few complaints or he leaves with social upheaval. That's it. Thousands of miners, teachers, and indigenous protesters in Bolivia marched on the capital, with unions leading an indefinite nationwide strike to demand the resignation of the president.
Bro. I just wish our... This is why our fucking police force is armed to the teeth. This is why our police force is the most well-funded military in the fucking world, because they're terrified of this happening. There are so many more of us than there are of them. This is why our police force is funded like a fucking military.
Protests have lasted for weeks over the country's economic crisis. Demonstrators have installed at least 70 roadblocks across the country. And you can see here on the bottom, this is like the march to La Paz. Indigenous communities, they're marching thousands of kilometers. When they go through a village, people join them and they're walking to La Paz, grinding trade to a halt. Look at this. In La Paz, miners set off explosives as police fired tear gas into the group. Bolivia has been facing economic turmoil for years, with long fuel lines, supply shortages, and crippling inflation. But a new law that would have gutted indigenous and rural land rights has helped trigger the new protest. The law was repealed after outcry. But protesters are angered by ongoing economic turmoil under conservative President Rodrigo Paz. Resign or we will kick you out. Those are your two options. No more requests, because they will never come through for us. They will never come through. They haven't come through for us ever. Some people marched over 20 days through freezing mountains to join the demonstrations.
Dude, this is sick.
Fuerza, fuerza, fuerza. He wants us to govern by decree alone. We red ponchos will not allow this. Till death, brothers. We will give our lives fighting to remove this treacherous government. He's selling everything. He sold everything. Now everything has been privatized. We don't want anything. We don't want dialogue. We want him to resign.
Chat, I watch these videos of these protests in these South American countries and Latin American countries, and I just find it fucking hilarious that politicians will say, oh, these people are uneducated. They are far more fucking educated than any of our American fucking hogs. Listen to their fucking solidarity and understanding that they've been fucked over their entire fucking lives. And we have dumbass fucking hogs saying, oh my God, I get jalapeno poppers at Applebee's. My life is amazing. Bro, jalapeno poppers at Applebee's doesn't pay the fucking bills. Your boss is exploiting your ass. You're creating significant more value than they're paying you. What the fuck are you doing? There's more of us than there is of them.
They're showing us the fuck.
Do you know how many more jalapeno poppers you could get if you made more money? If you worked in solidarity with your coworkers and made more money?
Fucking way. They are showing us the fucking way. They're showing us the fucking path. Gustavo Petro, the president of Colombia, has commented on this as well. Bolivia is experiencing a popular insurrection. It is the response to geopolitical arrogance. Latin America is a diverse and different civilization. It cannot be homogenized from any corner of the planet. Latin America and the Caribbean must be heard by the world, looking straight ahead in peace and speaking with frankness. My government is willing, if invited, to seek peaceful formulas for resolving the Bolivian political crisis.
Water, chat. I'll be right back.
There should be no political prisoners anywhere in the Americas. We must build a deep, multicolored democracy in our civilization that dates back 60,000 years in the Americas, but also comes from the ancestral Mediterranean, Black Africa, and the deserts of the Sahara. The legend said that the American jaguar would awaken if the condor was attacked, and the jaguar has awakened in popular consciousness. Look at them. Look at how many people there are, bro. Look at the numbers in the street. Look at this. They're showing us the way, chat. Oli Vargas, we're going to listen to an interview from him later on tonight. Rural indigenous communities have surrounded Evo Morales' residence to protect him. Leaked documents attached below show U.S. armed forces and Bolivian police preparing a joint operation to kidnap him and massacre villagers. If we surrender now, how will our future generations live? I'll try to translate. My Spanish is ass. I'll probably get like 60%. I need your help, chat. I can hop on Discord if you want. Yeah, sure. Yeah, Diana. Everybody give claps for Diana for giving us Spanish translations. We're going to have a lot of stuff that's like fresh from the ground today.
Nice.
That's not translated with subtitles yet. A lot of like Spanish language media. And I can struggle through it, but it's
I'm going to bed. Good night, Bite Sync.
Speaker.
Have a good bed.
Welcome in, Diana. Thank you so much for doing this. That's so generous of you to offer.
Of course. You bet.
Porque compañeros, si en caso que hoy vamos a bajar, que de aquí un tiempo nuestros hijos, nuestros compañeros que van a estar.
He says that our kids are going to pay for all of this if we don't do something now.
He's saying compañeros. That's like comrades, right?
Yes, comrades are our kids are going to pay for this.
So yeah, we're here, and this is like in La Paz today. You see they're stomping on the flag of America and Israel, and Israel does play a role here. And you might be asking like why. And this is definitely something that I wanted to cover before we go back into the mass demonstrations and the tactics that they're taking to fight against like U.S. colonialism in this moment. We have to understand that the role that they've played on the global stage.
All I'm saying that a Bearcat armored vehicle, most used by the U.S. police forces, definitely does not have an important engine vent on the front of the vehicle that is vulnerable for incendiaries. Yes. You're definitely not saying that. You're definitely not saying that, Hanny. I appreciate you not saying that. Compañeros means community members or companions.
Against the genocide in Gaza. So here's Bolivia at the ICJ. And I want to watch this speech because he fucking roasts them.
Mr. President, distinguished members of the court, it's a great honor and privilege to appear before you again.
I'll be right back.
And represent the plurinational state of Bolivia.
I just ate so many depression carbs. Is that what happens when I ate Big Ziti? Kid, I hope those carbs made you feel better.
As the court held in its 2024 advisory opinion, Israel's presence
should I get afford depression carbs?
Palestinian Gaza Strip and West Bank, including East Jerusalem, is in and of itself illegal.
Okay, Draco went woke is wild. That's wild. Draco went woke.
Thankfully, I'm at my dad's house. He paid for the carbs.
You're calling this guy Malfoy out here, bro. Come on.
Use of force.
He is a wild. Also, like his accent. Like, how did this guy get chosen as a representative of Bolivia?
I don't have family. I wouldn't say that, Escal. Well, one, you got us. Two, you have actual children. I'll be your family. You have actual children as well. Woo. Wow. You sound so excited, Escow.
On here. This is so important. He's literally just saying just the presence.
Hey, Ghost, how are you? How's that?
Not even talking about the actions that you do in the region.
I haven't talked to the older one in 10 years, the younger one in 2 years. No! I didn't know that, Escow. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I hope they do reach out to you. Hi, Ghost. Hi, UB. You didn't give me a stare? I've been no contact with my mom, stepdad, and brother for 3 years now. Oof. You stink. Wow. Fucking UB setting me up. I'm sorry, Escow.
Just your simple presence in the region. Any idea of social...
Found out my father passed when my brother put the pictures of the funeral on Facebook. I'm sorry, Escow. I'm sorry, Escow. That's shitty. I do hope that someday... I do hope that someday that relationships are mended and you could have that family again. I have no family. Well, we're here for you, Escow. So I want to pop in and say hi. I'm heading to bed right now. Yubi, thank you for popping in and saying hi and telling me that I'm stinky. But I was stinky and then I took a shower after my baseball games.
Soldier's breath is a violation of the fucking law. And this is the truth. And if we had more countries, well, really, if
I'm proud
the
of you,
United
thank you,
States
Yubi.
wasn't blocking them in the
I use
Security
shampoo too, Yubi.
Council,
Your
because most
skincare?
countries are
So
aligned
much
with
effort.
this thought. The vast majority of countries around the world are in a...
Oh, Yubi, you'll like this. I went to visit friends and stayed at my friend's house last night, and they had a homemade pasta machine, an automatic pasta machine. It was fucking amazing. The pasta that came out of it were fucking incredible. It was amazing. That's so fun. Yeah. I made Big Ziti with it. Oh, incredible. Get his ass.
Agreement on this.
The state of Palestine and the Palestinian people have the legal right to exercise authority in the Gaza Strip and West Bank, including East Jerusalem.
Every breath, brother. Every...
I make so much spinach pasta in that bitch. Okay, now I sleep. Good night, UB. Have a good bed.
Fucking every step. It's illegal. Can we get the UN some headphones that don't make them look so silly? You, brother, you're looking at this and you think the headphones are what looks silly? Look at their whole fit. The whole thing is silly. Come on, it's all goofy as hell. They look Victorian.
We might need to watch
They're
this
like,
video,
we
chat.
must be as European as possible. We wouldn't want anyone to think we were uncivilized.
We respectfully request that the court safeguard states' ability to discharge their special legal duty to act by affirming Israel's obligations not to interfere in this. Mr. President, this concludes my presentation and the submissions of Bolivia.
Yeah, so, I mean, this is how Bolivia's posture has been, you know, through the genocide. And Israel doesn't like that. And also, they stand to benefit a lot from the ability to mine lithium.
The people of Bolivia are shutting down streets and say they
Okay, that's too fast. Slow down.
are willing to use dynamite against government buildings if neoliberal President Rodrigo
Turns out I have a
does
white
not
British
resign.
ancestor. Oh, really, Keko? Does that make you posh? I imagine he sounded like that.
Even guarding the home of former indigenous President Evo Morales to prevent a U.S. government-approved intervention. The unrest comes after just 4 months of Paz's election, during which he ended a 2-decade-old fuel subsidy, pushed to privatize state companies, and triggered an economic crisis that has left the country with severe fuel and food shortages. Bolivia's powerful miners, school teachers, and indigenous folks have organized rapidly and are demanding that President Paz resign. The miners who have dynamite from their jobs say they are ready to use the dynamite.
They have dynamite from their jobs. Yep.
Imagine the U.S. backing a neoliberal in Central and South America. No, that would never happen. Switching mobile, getting steps in. Nice.
They got a lot of dynamite. They're miners.
Buildings if he refuses to step down. Workers have also seized the airport near former President Evo Morales' residence and occupied the runway specifically to stop U.S. planes or helicopters from landing. They're doing...
Yes, they have shut the entire fucking country down. 57 arrested in Bolivia as Evo Morales' supporters occupy airport to prevent his arrest by alleged U.S.-backed forces. We will stand for our leader even if it costs lives. On Friday, ex-President Morales claimed the U.S. was planning his capture. and provided documents showing that they were.
Dude, this is like 3 weeks ago. I haven't heard anything about this.
The grassroots have peacefully taken over the Chimore airport because we have information that they are trying to carry out a political persecution and unjustly want to detain our beloved president, Evo Morales. And the grassroots, they said, here, we are going to stand up for our...
Oh, the Bolivian government charged Evo Morales with fathering a child with a 15-year-old girl when he was in office. And he didn't show up for his court hearing, and then they issued an arrest warrant for him.
Disputed leader, even if it costs lives. Just fucking people power. Just people organized, clear-eyed, clear-minded on their fight. And the ops are yapping, okay? The Israeli Foreign Ministry here saying the state of Israel expresses its support and solidarity with the government and people of Bolivia, as well as with President Rodrigo Paz, who was legitimately and democratically elected. We are following with concern the humanitarian situation caused by the riots and road blockades. Here's the U.S. saying a very similar statement here. In Bolivia, riots and blockades have created a humanitarian crisis, causing shortages of medicine, food, and fuel. We condemn all actions aimed at destabilizing the democratically elected government of Rodrigo Paz and support it in its efforts to restore order for the peace. These are fighting words if you can't read between the lines, okay? This valid...
Brother, we can't read. We can't read here in the United States. So when you hear the Spanish, then the ducking cut it out and hear it again in English.
States. What Evo Morales is saying. And honestly, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense that the United States would use this opportunity of destabilization and the region would build on Venezuela, would try to take out Evo Morales. They have the United States has a very clear objective right now of destroying the Bolivarian revolution wherever it manifests, wherever it is, in Venezuela, in Colombia, in Cuba, in Bolivia, but it's deeper. Like this is what the United States doesn't get, and this is what we're talking about with what I thought would maybe happen with Venezuela. Because we learned about the colectivos and the power that had been placed into the hands of the Venezuelan people. And you're seeing it in Bolivia here. Evo Morales is not even president, but it's 4 months into a deep austerity, right-wing, exploitative, neoliberal presidency. And they're saying, fuck this shit. This doesn't benefit us, and we know how to use our power. We can do it, yes, if we can get over white supremacy. And finally start to organize across the lines that they use to divide us, of course we can do this. Dropsite gave it a little bit of coverage today too. Bolivia's indigenous communities march on the capital as U.S.-backed government prepares to suppress protests against the neoliberal agenda. A massive march led by Bolivia's indigenous communities is set to arrive in La Paz today, on a collision course with security forces operating under orders to suppress demonstrations that have shaken the government of President Rodrigo Paz. Road blockades across the country have triggered shortages of food.
Also, chat, Dropsite News is really incredible at covering this stuff in the Middle East, as well as covering the stuff in South America as well. They have journalists on the ground pretty much everywhere around the world. They do some fucking incredible work. I highly, highly recommend Dropsite News.
Food, medicine, and fuel. Also, this is the fucking line from the U.S. government, Dropsite. What are you doing? The protests are rooted in deep anger at Paz's neoliberal economic reforms, privatization of services, dismantling of the plurinational state, and
I mean, to be fair, Brett, you literally talked about how they have shut down trade throughout the country. Trade would involve food and all that stuff as well. So, just pointing it out.
New U.S.-backed war on drugs, pushed through at the expense of the indigenous communities and social movements that brought him to power. The government has responded by labeling protesters terrorists and delinquents, and signaling that it will use force to suppress the march. Dropsite is withholding the names of sources quoted below due to fears of reprisal from the state.
They're saying oro,
saying-
and then oro, gold, and something else is not for sale.
Maybe lithium. Yeah. A former Altiplano mayor and Aymara social leader, Aymara is the indigenous ethnicity, was direct about the betrayal. This government was clearly elected with a mandate from the social movements and from indigenous peoples who have been stabbed in the back the minute they entered office. They have attempted to use the state to go after the very forces that got them to power. A student leader at the Public University of El Alto said the crackdown would not break the movement. No matter what the Paz government intends to do, repress the protesters or sanction us as terrorists, we will continue to uphold the sovereignty and rights of our peoples. A social leader with the Coordinadora de los Seis Federaciones del Trópico de Cochabamba, placed the moment on a longer arc of resistance. We are veterans of the Coca War, of the Gas War, of the Cold War, of countless incursions from the U.S. empire and from neoliberal governments into our lands. Whether in the streets or in...
Bravo, Brett. W pronunciation.
in government, resistance is necessary. And playing nice or being centrists will not bring victory, he added. The U.S. responded Sunday by voicing full support for Paz, condemning all actions aimed at destabilizing his government. 8 regional governments, Argentina, Chile, Costa Rica, Ecuador, Guatemala, Panama, Paraguay, and Peru, issued a joint statement Friday expressing concern over the humanitarian situation in what protest leaders described as cover for a government that has turned against its own people. But honestly, I haven't seen much of this. Like, there haven't been that many like street battles that I've seen really. I did see reports that 2 people have died, but due to like them shooting bullets and shit. But as of now, it does seem fairly like it seems like most of the action is like economic action, like all of the blockades on the streets, the blockading of the airport. Like there's like a huge movement that's like surrounding Evo Morales. He's like in this like jungle bunker, like basically. Just some patriotic fireworks. All patriots love fireworks, right?
Chat, patriotic fireworks. They're just fireworks, chat. 100% just fireworks.
Yeah, so there's like some clashes like this. But a lot of what I see are just like this. Older people just pouring into the fucking streets. And they're like working clothes. This person has like a baby or something on their back.
Guerra civil, como podemos observar en imágenes y escuchar también en el audio.
She was talking about the red ponchos, right? Which is like a symbol, from what I understand, is like a symbol of like war. It's like and you see it a lot, right? They're coming out in the red ponchos as like a demonstration of like they're engaged.
Chat, I think I need to buy a red poncho. Or cut one.
Engaging in a battle almost, right?
Yeah.
What does it represent? Do I have to wear the color for the revolution? Yes. Yes, Kidda, you do. Kago, he just said it. It was like resistance. It's like resistance and wearing it for battle. I'm assuming it's the same idea with the red coats wearing red so that it hides their blood. I have a red happy coat. I'm sure that'll work.
Everything's fine. The town is not going to be quiet. El pueblo is not going to be quiet.
The people won't be quiet. And today they converged in the city of La Paz. Look at the amount of people. This could be us. They're showing us the way. They're demonstrating how to get rid of this neoliberal austerity shit. We don't have to put up with this. What's happening in Bolivia is impressive. The resistance of peasants, workers, and students helps us realize that the strength...
This is why it's not getting any news coverage. This is why it's not getting any news coverage, because like the ICE protests and stuff, the effectiveness of the ICE protesters and the discipline and the organization of the ICE protesters is giving people like ideas of how to properly push back on exploitative administration and administrative activities. Maybe that's why it's not getting coverage. I mean, maybe it is getting coverage, and it's just maybe I'm just in my bubble where I haven't seen it. But this is fucking incredible. This is lovely to hear for the people of Bolivia.
Is there when we have it. We've always had it. The cholas at the front as always. Let's follow their example, taking on the right in the streets. This gets me fired up. It fucking should, brother. Our sources within the Bolivian police have confirmed that they've received orders to use live ammunition against the indigenous Long March that is arriving today at the capital. Protesters are aware and are heading down regardless to defend the country and its natural resources. And once again, chat, this is Ali Vargas, who's a really great reporter on the ground.
Recibió las órdenes del gobierno
Dude, these
central y
people
del
are
ministro
so fucking brave. These people are so fucking brave. This is what I talk about, like cops being working class traders. They're literally being ordered by the capitalist boots to murder these people that are standing up for their own rights, standing up for their own future, standing up for their children's futures.
defensa para disparar a su pueblo.
They're saying that they received information that there's like orders from the government to use live ammunition against the people.
De los 9 departamentos a su país, a sus recursos naturales.
Against the people who are fighting to defend the country and its natural resources?
Al defensor del pueblo, a la prensa internacional, al mundo entero.
Okay, I kind of lost it.
Que lo que vaya a pasar.
She's saying, sorry, can you go back a little bit?
Yeah, she said something about like it's like international organizations that are.
She's calling on people.
Oh, she's
saying to
calling
the-
on internationals. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Al defensor del pueblo, a la prensa internacional,
Prensa
al
is the press,
mundo
the international
entero.
press, the
Que
whole world.
Lo que vaya a pasar hoy día,
That whatever happens
genocidio,
today,
otro octubre negro, va a ser
Another-
la total
another Black October.
responsabilidad del gobierno central.
It's the responsibility of the government. Whatever happens now is the responsibility of the government.
It's the second day of this revolutionary fight against Rodrigo Paz. They're like demanding his resignation.
Esta es la imagen como nuestros hermanos de Conani han armado este callejón humano para recibirlos, para aplaudirlos, para decirles fuerte.
And you can see the blockade that they formed here with rocks. There's also like scorch marks, so they're maybe burning tires overnight. They're like the locality is not only like sending people to join along with this, but they're like enforcing a blockade on the highway. They're saying no business as usual, no traffic will go through.
Hermanos, hasta la paz, hasta lograr el objetivo, hasta lograr la salida de Rodrigo Paz Pereira.
Chat, look at the fucking blockades. Jesus Christ. That's fucking amazing. I love that shit.
Objetivo de nuestros hermanos que están en esta carrera.
Oh wow, you could see the back, look at these are all the cars that are not moving through too. Look. Why is the US preparing a military intervention in Bolivia? That one, their humiliating defeat in Iran has shattered myth of US invincibility. They need to reassert power elsewhere. Two, Bolivia's general strike shows the rest of Latin America how to overthrow US puppet regimes. This general strike and barricades blocking highways has paralyzed the government. If sustained, the neoliberal government will collapse, and it'll show the rest of the region how to overthrow their U.S. puppet regimes that impoverish them. The U.S. wants to crush this idea.
Yep,
they
just
must.
like I was talking about.
They must crush this
Just
idea.
like I was
So
talking
please
about, chat.
Keep this in mind. Understand this, okay? As the next week happens, because I don't think this story is over by any means. Here's Evo Morales tweeting. The North American empire not only wants to eliminate me physically, it wants to invade Bolivia to seize its natural resources like lithium. We hold the world's largest reserves of that metal. Foreign mercenaries and pirates have already begun to act in coordination with the government of Rodrigo Paz and his right-wing allies. As always, their first attacks are lies and insults. They invent pretexts to invade with violence, massacre the people, and plunder our wealth. Here's another one from Evo Morales. Actually, this one is in response to Jean-Luc Mélenchon. Jean-Luc said, the Bolivian people are mobilized across the entire country against the high cost of living and the racist policies of the far-right president Rodrigo Paz. His resignation is now being demanded. Greetings to the mobilization of the residents of El Alto, a key site of popular and indigenous struggles in Bolivia. The Bolivian government has prepared an operation for the kidnapping or murder of the former left-wing radical president Evo Morales in connection with the United States. We call on the UN, the European Union, and the French government to condemn any plans against the Bolivian opposition leaders of the United States of America.
Jean-Luc Mélenchon is the basically French left's leader. And a very base individual. Just incredible. Hopefully they come into power at some point. But, you know, the French, you know how that works.
Under Donald Trump. And Evo Morales said, the indigenous popular movement, a people that fights for life and for peace with justice, we have never felt alone. Many thanks for the fight against the neoliberal model and the neo-colonial state at JL Mélenchon. And this is the statement he put out after the leak. It kind of gives a little bit more information about the U.S. forces that were planning to do this. The United States ordered the government of Rodrigo Paz to carry out a military operation with the support of the DEA and the U.S. Southern Command to capture or kill me. Among the promoters of that action are the former Minister of Government under Gonzalo Sanchez de Lozada.
I bet them coming out with this information prevented it from happening.
Who fled to Miami after the Black October massacre in 2003. Carlos Zorro Sanchez Berzain, and the Vice Minister of Social Defense, Ernesto Justiniano, who is in Washington. Prior to that, the government is waging an intense campaign of defamation, insults, and baseless accusations, with advice from foreign experts in dirty war and fake news, such as the Argentine Fernando Cerumado, sent to Bolivia by the right-wing Javier Milei, whose dirty operations have already been exposed by honest Bolivian journalists. The Bolivian military will be under the command of U.S. Marines and Paraguayan DEA agents, who have no qualms about massacring brothers and sisters living in the tropics. And here's Evo speaking again.
Former President Evo Morales has denounced that they will try to arrest him in the coming hours with the help of DEA agents who have reportedly arrived in the country. In addition, he denies having ties to drug trafficking.
From CE agents just now, I said C is an intelligence company armed with a ninth vision supported by the DEA that is coming from Paraguay to arrest Evo between today or tomorrow, the plan that has its pretext of drug trafficking. Let the
It's wild that they're trying to arrest him for drug trafficking and not for the pedophilia.
Spokesperson say that
I don't know, I guess, is that wild? I don't know.
Everything is financed by drug trafficking. You, Herminda, know how we are surviving here.
It's also just fucking racist. That's just racist. We're like, oh my God, you're a leader of a Latin American country. You must be funded by fucking drugs. Stupid as fuck.
Yes, the unions contribute that, not Evo. The drug cartel finances the comrades who are blocking, who are marching. Those who are gathering at the sugar mill, all of them are now drug traffickers.
Yeah, Pueblo is just like the people, right?
Yeah, it's like community. Community are the people that live there.
A very special report today from Ali Vargas. He's a journalist who's been covering Latin America for many years. There's this trial, right? And this is the thing that obviously in the...
It's literally what they were trying to say in Mexico. Yeah. Well, I mean, they have the cartels in Mexico as a preamble. But they also did that with Maduro. They're going to try to do that with the left Colombian president. I think Colombia had elections recently, or they have elections coming up. Oh, they just had elections. They have a presidential runoff. Colombia is set for presidential runoff after leftist Cepeda acknowledges first round loss. Right-wing lawyer Abelardo de la Espriella will face left-wing candidate Ivan Cepeda on June 21st in a presidential runoff in Colombia after Cepeda Sunday blatantly acknowledged his defeat in the first round of voting. De la Espriella of the Defenders of Homeland Movement, who presents themselves as a political outsider. Defenders of the Homeland Movement? Jesus Christ, he's a fucking Nazi. Won with 43.7% of the votes, while Cepeda reached 40.9% after the counting of all polling stations ballots were completed. Okay, so this election is on June 21st. So it's literally a Nazi and the left wing Cepeda. I wonder if he's part of the right wing candidate made his attendance at a televised debate conditional on Cepeda, an ally of current President Gustavo Petro. Gustavo Petro is a very, very good president for Colombia. So it's good to hear that Cepeda is an ally of Petro. Have you been following the CIA scandal in Mexico? I haven't been following it, but I'm aware of it. I'm assuming you sent me a bunch of stuff, potentially updating it, but I have not gotten to it yet. We'll get to it tonight. I was planning on getting to it tonight. I sent you a bunch on it. Yes. Yeah. For those that don't know, chat, the United States had multiple CIA assets killed in car crashes in Mexico, and Mexico was unaware that there were CIA assets in the United States. Not only CIA, not just CIA assets, but literally CIA agents. So that has been very, very not good from a international relations standpoint. So, governor was aware, but the federal government didn't. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, the government was aware, the federal government wasn't aware. But usually, what's supposed to happen is the federal government needs to be in the loop on all this.
Bourgeois press is kind of how all of
Good Lord. And legally, they have to ask for permission from the federal government. Yeah.
this is framed is that, called the child trafficking charge associated with a 15-year-old. Can you say something about this? Because obviously this is the pretext in which a lot of people are going to come across this story.
Yeah, mainstream Western media is not talking about this at all. They're like, no. We cannot show U.S. dominance being threatened. We cannot show popular resistance taking out neoliberalism. That's something that we will definitely not be showing people here.
Yeah, no, this is absolute nonsense. Is what started out as, while he was president, gossip aimed at trying to undermine him when he was president, and which had no basis and which never, materialized into any kind of case. Then in 2020, even under the far-right government that had all of the courts under their control, they threw it out and just decided to focus on the charges for terrorism and sedition. So I think that shows you that even when, all of the judicial power stacked against him, even then this ridiculous case was thrown out. There is no accuser, there's no victim, essentially, because, so yeah, this is a case that was thrown out and then revived just as the election campaign, last year's election campaign got underway, and Evo Morales was trying to register his candidacy, which he wasn't allowed to do. He was banned from standing. And you tried to revive this case as an excuse to ban him from standing. And that's why they did it, as the election campaign a few months out from the last year's elections began. That's why they didn't bring the case.
Okay, so that's why they're not using it as justification, and they're saying drug trafficking, because it can't stand. It's been thrown out in every court that it's been in.
The birth documents have been forged. Those lawyers are now in jail for having forged legal documents. So there's been a long run of this use of very kind of dirty and tabloid sort of.
Anyway, the one governor who allowed them to operate interstate fled when it happened has been talking shit from Texas. So she's being funded by the United States federal fucking government. So she's a American asset that was in Mexico, is what I'm hearing.
The Americans call it TMZ style of reporting, because they couldn't attack him politically, so they tried to go for these personal angles, and each one has never materialized, and this one hasn't materialized either. And yeah, that's the situation with that.
Like, at the end of the day, the only thing stopping the United States from taking Evo Morales is morality. Is that it is objectively disgusting for the United States to like go into this community and murder all these people, these indigenous people who are protecting their political hero. And that's what's required. And unfortunately for them, I don't think the United States has any morality. I don't think they give a fuck about anybody. And they will just, there is no morality in the State Department. And so that's a bad bet to make. At the end of the day, like, we do live in a world where might is right, and this was on display heavily when Maduro was captured. I don't think that the Bolivian people like have they have the political power to get rid of Rodrigo Paz, but they don't have the military power to challenge the United States in that kind of way, right? You know, the thing that stops them was to not disrupt their status in the world and their propaganda in allied countries. Now it seems like all the allies have decided to drop any veil of civility, and the U.S. burned their own reputation already. So what is there to lose? Death of the empire will be sonorous. There is no like veil of civility. There is no need for any moral high ground to justify American exceptionalism, because white supremacy is the justification for American exceptionalism, open and on its face.
Thank you so much for joining us for this, Ali.
That was a really good interview. Okay, this is D News.
Yeah, now they're accusing 3 governors from the president's party and the president of being part of the cartels. Yeah. Which, again, they have no fucking evidence. But it's just a preamble to send U.S. troops into Mexico. Like, the amount of... We've talked about South Africa, when South Africa, an apartheid state, was falling by the wayside, creating more wars on as many fronts as possible. We've talked about the Nazis creating a ton of wars on multiple different fronts. We've talked about Israel creating a bunch of wars on a ton of different fronts. Chat, the United States is creating a ton of wars on a ton of different fronts. Where the fuck are they going to get all these military members? Where are they going to get all these munitions? They literally are running out of missiles protecting Israel. Also, Iran, I believe, has begun bombarding Israel again after Israel continued its attack on Lebanon, from what I was seeing when I took my little break. And someone pointed out, if your enemy is getting more, how'd they word it? If your enemy is getting more confident in their abilities, you're not doing well in the war.
The social
This is like today.
is escalating.
Also, I love the little piggy here. Why would they do that? I love the little piggy here getting caught on the fucking, getting caught on the rope right here. Look at the little piggy on its own.
This is like today.
Is escalating with protests, clashes in the peace process, and strong accusations between the government and sectors linked to former President Evo Morales. We can see how these protesters are confronting the police. This complaint seems to me to be an alleged attempt at destabilization driven by union leaders and sectors aligned with Evo Morales. While this tension is...
He hit that evil Morales. Do they have like a the auto dub here hit like a Trump nickname. Also, nobody let Trump hear that name. They should call him Evil Morales, if you ask me. Everybody says Evo, but I say evil.
Is growing due to the economic crisis.
It's my new name.
Fuel. There is a great deal of social unrest in Bolivia, and this conflict is escalating.
Okay, I do feel like Evo Morales would make a really good Tomodachi edition. But we'll have to save that for another night. Anyway, I thought that was some pretty informative stuff. What do you guys think?
Good video, chat. Good video from Cinemarxism.
And I feel...
Please give it a thumbs up. Please give it a view.
Hope and inspiration by the Bolivian people.
Friend of the stream, Cinemarxism.
Hey.
Whip-wielding Ponchos Rojos push riot police back in Bolivia.
I love to see a piggy running. Ooh, that moment when you can see the fear in the pig's eyes. Ooh, man. Ooh, that was nice. Yeah, I like that. Unless you're not cool. Unless you're a hater.
Brett,
and then you can frick off. You can.
Brett, you're live. You're live. You're live on Twitch. All right, chat. We're gonna do some quick little short ones, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. I am very tired. I'm very tired. All right. So with high gas prices happening around the world, and particularly in the United States, people get creative to find a way to get by in life. This person has found probably one of the most creative ways I've ever seen in my life. So let's take a look at it.
It's a Barbie camper of sorts designed by the guy driving it there, 30-year-old Molly Hightower, a handyman not far from Atlanta. He says he started with a go-kart base and the engine from an old power washer, and what he got is maybe the ultimate answer to higher gas prices.
Gas is getting too high, so I gotta do what I can. I can't do the my regular cars. I gotta do my little mini cars. So if I can get $1 on pump 6. Thank you.
Yes, $1. That little mini car, as he calls it, cost all of $3 to fill up entirely, compared to about $60 for his real car, a minivan. And while he can't pick up the kids in the mini car, he did install a rack for groceries.
Protect this
and
man.
As long as he stays off the highway, he says the local cops have been understanding.
That's awesome.
Oh, and yes, he says this is for real.
Gas has always been an issue. It go up, it goes down, things like that. But this time is when I'm actually starting to feel it.
And there it is. Maybe not the Barbie Dreammobile, but at $3.
Also, double shirk the couple, Mr. Super Zionist himself, married a Jewish woman, got a circumcision, had to get another one, and then they divorced. Real story, chat. All right, on to man carrying things, and this one I will share the link to. Two types of millennials. Basically, two types of millennials. Two Snip Tony. That's what it was. Two Snip Tony. I couldn't remember his first name. But chat, man carrying things.
Look at us. Our
Type 1 millennials, 1981 to 1991. Type 1 millennials.
Look at us. Our generation's been through the ringer. The 90s was the last burst of pure joy before the dawn of the digital age. We saw 9/11, lived through the financial crash, and lived to see another day. We were ridiculed and mocked by older generations for buying avocado toast, but we were made tough. Now, as we enter our 40s, we watch our children grow, still terrified of the...
What? Who is this? Who is what? What are you talking about? Man carrying things. We've watched his videos before. The circumcised person? Oh, the CBS News anchor. Tony DeCoppel or something like that. He's like ultra Zionist. He's the one that fucking lashed out at Ta-Nehisi Coates. When Ta-Nehisi Coates said that Palestinians are human beings.
Economic chaos of the world, but we...
Also, if I remember correctly, I think his ex-wife moved to Israel. If I remember correctly.
Are durable. We've been tested. We are truly one of the better generations. Epic bacon and all.
Type 2, 92 to
I'm
97.
Gen Z. Nope. No, you're definitely not.
Well, basically, I am. You know, I have all the same references. iCarly. I grew up with an iPad.
When did you get an iPad?
In high school.
If you remember 9/11, you're not Gen Z.
I like vaguely remember that something happened.
Something did happen.
This didn't really affect me.
Wait, hold on. You're in your 30s.
I'm 29, asshole.
Oh, that makes sense.
What makes sense? God, you're so cringe. Millennial cringe.
You'll find out that being 29 is not so different from being 39.
Don't do that. Don't age is just a number, man.
Age is just a number.
You're an old man. I'm young. I watched K-pop Demon Hunters.
Oh my God, that's so good. That's so fucking good. Oh my God. I need to send that to somebody. I need to send that to Potato Queen. Because Potato Queen literally had a conversation saying that she was Gen Z, and then someone pointed out, actually, you're a millennial. Why must we fight amongst ourselves? True. And yet here I am being a zillennial. Kylenial? Zillennial? One of the most studied groups. And anyway, Potato Queen was talking about it, and then Someone pointed out that actually she was a millennial. And she's like, shh, shh. I commented, I'm like, we're millennials, we're boomers. Oh, I wonder what her response is gonna be. Are we going to see Trump freak out? I'll get to it. Fucking Keko. Calm the fuck down. Or maybe I'll fucking make you wait till tomorrow. We are at the end of X and the beginning of Y. We were the bridge between two different worlds. There are countless studies going on for our group. Really? God forbid we have fucking fun in here. I forgot we're in a leftist chat and we're not allowed to have fucking fun. Fucking A. Keko. Anyway, man carrying things again. What learning about this Lego scandal feels like. Chat, do you know what the Lego scandal is? Chat, do you know what the Lego scandal is? Is anybody aware of it? No? Oh, God. We might have to do react content to the Lego scandal because it's crazy. The guy who stole the Lego? Yes. Yes, the guys that stole the Lego. And then they won the lawsuit, and then they've been avoiding them at all costs. And the cops are literally helping them. Don't spoil it. Vorlo is covering it tomorrow, damn it. Well, Kidda, you'll be surprised when you hear the details. Vorlo should have covered it today then. I'm sorry, Kidda. I'm sorry. I would say I'll react to it tonight, but your boy's tired. And apparently I have to react to fucking Trump freaking out. So Keko doesn't lose his fucking mind. Anyway, man carrying things, what learning about this Lego scandal feels like. Started covering it Friday, but then had to go do his final. What? Why would you start it and then stop it?
So what's this thing I keep seeing everyone talk about? There's a Lego scandal in Utah. Some Legos got stolen and a YouTuber...
He doesn't stream on weekends because he's doing activism? Wow, he's touching grass. No, I'm happy Vorlo is doing that stuff. Happy Vorlo is doing that stuff. Being in a vicinity of an area that has groups and stuff to do activism.
Ben. He lost some Legos. Brother, are you sitting down? I've got some bad news for you. The world is a corrupt, sick place. The big corporations keep trying to crush the little guy. No, I'm just confused. Like, what is actually... Sit down. This is going to take a minute. I am already sitting. Don't be a Josh. Are you familiar with the intricacies of consignment liability? Consignment liability? If you own a franchise, let's say a Subway franchise, and someone gave you a bunch of sandwiches to sell, they still own the sandwiches. You're just putting them on your shelf. I think Subway makes the sandwiches when you're in the store. If someone buys that franchise from you, they are taking responsibility for the products they are leasing out from others, right? Right? The sandwiches are stolen? Replace sandwiches with Legos, and you'll get an idea of what's happening. So bricks and minifigs, they aren't paying out or giving back some guy's Legos because... It's like you don't even want to listen. It's a lot to process. Why doesn't the police just step in? Oh, boy, you are not prepared to learn about the police in Utah. You are not prepared. Struggling to understand what is so captivating about this. Are you sitting down?
3 hours and 45 minutes later.
So fucked up. Yeah. These people wouldn't know consignment liability if it hit them in their faces. That's what we're all saying. At what point does the federal government become involved?
See? There was zero spoilers in that, Kidda. So you need to fucking blame Keko for not knowing what it was. Also, apparently we should probably cover the Lego scandal thing because it's kind of crazy. Also, does anybody have the link to fucking Trump freaking out so Keko can stop freaking the fuck out? Or wait, Keko probably left his PC and is going to come back right after I fucking cover it, just like he did with Hogwatch tonight. I can't believe he missed Hogwatch. I can't believe he fucking missed Hogwatch. Trump sent me the link of Keko freaking out. I literally just asked, are we going to watch Trump freak out? Yeah, you were freaking out about it. Iran is the only country on the planet we're willing to stop Israel's expansion. This is the reason why Israel wants to get us to try and destroy Iran. Magnitude of what just happened may take some time to sink in. This is the first time Iran has struck Israel after Israel struck another country's territory. That is not Iran. You read it in whatever tone you decide to read it? Yeah, I did, Keko. Is that okay? Is that okay that I'm making content off of your chat message? Is that fine? Can I do that? Am I allowed to do that, Keko? Am I allowed to do that? Because you would never do something like that. Never. You would never do that. Right, Keko? Also, I'm going to run an ad while I look for this. Keko, do you want us to watch the whole fucking thing? Or are we just watching Trump storm out? Oh, I have it.
Tractors, anything.
Oh, shit. This might be a Chinese YouTube channel. Dude, they're listening to us. They're listening to us. This literally popped up on my fucking For You page. This literally popped up on my For You page. It has 850 views. It popped up on my For You page on YouTube. It's listening to us, chat. All right. Me fucking fuck. God damn it. Let me get it.
Tractors.
Let me get it set up.
Anything. Anybody went there, we would know. We will take care of it. Is that wind or what?
Is that rain?
What is that? Rain.
This would be the first of multiple interruptions due to the weather. Rain hitting the metal roof, making it difficult for both of us to hear each other.
That's how they
They're
vote in
crooked,
California.
just like you're crooked. Your press is crooked, and Meet the Press is crooked.
To be fair, I'm not crooked, but let's...
Really?
Let's
Why would you do an interview in a metal fucking building? Why would you do an interview in a metal building when rain is in the forecast? Are they fucking stupid? Oh, wait. They defunded the National Weather Service.
Well, you play right into their hands.
Let's continue.
You're either crooked or you're stupid. You have more evidence. There's more evidence than ever.
That was my last
presented.
company's office.
You're
Dude, that must be amazing when it was raining. You're like, I can't hear you. Just forget it. They want us to take calls. They wanted you to take calls. Oh, I will say, rain on a metal roof is awesome. If they had the ballroom. True. If they had the ballroom. The ballroom.
Elections in this country, we're like a third world country.
Dude, they're screaming at each other. They're screaming at each other. One, because of the rain, and two, because of the fucking... Also, how do you not have a noise gate? How do you not have a noise gate on your fucking microphones to not hear the rain? Also, they'd be yelling anyway. They don't need room for balls.
Your elections are crooked, and you're crooked, and Meet the Press is crooked, and so is ABC, and CBS, and CNN.
But Mr. President,
dude, he didn't know that Meet the Press was NBC, so he was just reading off all the fucking other companies, hoping he was gonna hit it. Oh my god, that's hilarious. The gate would only quiet when there is no sound. No, it wouldn't. Words ending in gate usually don't go so well for the government. True. To be fair, the only reason we put gate at the end of everything is because of the Watergate scandal, which was literally the hotel where Nixon's people broke in. The gate opens or closes, it doesn't reduce noise. Yeah, that's a good point. You are right. You are correct. And if they're yelling at each other the whole fucking time, it wouldn't actually stop anything. But you could still have microphones that only isolate to them.
Your one-sided crooked network. So let's call it quits because I've had enough. Thank you, darling. Have a good time.
Mr. President, let's please. I traveled all the way to Wisconsin.
I've sat in the rain with you.
I know.
I've sat in the rain with you for an hour, on and off in the rain, and I've given you enough time. You ought to straighten out your press because you know what?
Mr. President,
a country can never be great with a dishonest press.
Listen, we traveled.
Dude, he looks so orange. He looks so orange. Also, you didn't sit in the fucking rain, you fucking dumb fuck. Talk about a noise filter, which is hard to do. Oh. Imagine that barn is bouncing sound all over and they had bigger nightmares than just the rain. Yeah, again, why the fuck would you do an interview in this? Oh, I bet they chose to do the interview in this.
Traveled all the way to Wisconsin for this interview.
Okay, Kako. God, he just threw a fucking hasty fit. That was hilarious. That was hilarious. Hilariously bad.
Take care of it. Is that wind or what?
Also, do they set the mics at their feet when they do these interviews? Also, did he say, is that the wind when it was raining? Oh, they set the mic next to their feet. Interesting. Jesus Christ, he looks awful. He looks horrible. I don't think that's the lighting either. He looks like, you know the caricatures of the cartoons that paint him orange? That's what he looks like there. Like worse than usual? Yeah. It's fucking awful. He's our leader, chat. He's the leader of our wonderful country. He looks ver bad. All right, chat. I need to send you over to somewhere. I need to send you somewhere. I'm going to send you to Supa. Oh, Supa's playing Dead Island. She's playing a zombie game. So go have fun over there. Go terrorize her. Go have fun. And comment on her wonderful ability to be a really good gamer. And we're going to modify the raid messages. And we're going to do... we're going to say, we're here to save you. Ghost crew here to save you. Okay. So first message are those that are not subbed. Next two messages are those that are subbed. There we go, chat. Get some sleep, you sound sicky poo. I think the allergies are really bad. But thank you, kidda. I am waking up. I am waking up to maintenance, installing my dishwasher at 7 a.m. So that'll be installed, and I can load it with dishes, so I don't have to fucking do the dishes that are sitting in my sink right now. So I'm excited for that. Then I have to do food shopping. But tonight, your boy's eating ice cream, and I'm watching the One Piece episode release today. So, anyway, chat, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you. With that being said, wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good night. See y'all later. Go Birds, fuck ICE, free Palestine, fuck Israel. See ya.